Good morning, Tradeify Nation, and welcome to another edition of Tradeify TV. It is Monday, July 14th, 2025. It is 60 minutes before the New York opening bell, which means it's time for us to help get you ready for your trading day. So as it was so eloquently put in the pre-game chat, the man that I'm about to introduce did not end up as a puddle over the weekend, so we are very grateful for that. Back from however many thousand feet in the sky, being strapped to a wing, because why the hell not? Mr. YT himself, Nick Skywalker. How are you, Nick?
Wow. Okay, that's a pretty sick name, Matt. Thanks for that. Good morning. Good morning, Tradeify Nation. Good morning, Miriam. Good morning, Matt. Excited to be back. And I think I just figured out why my hair is like this. It's actually because of the wind from the plane. Because I watched the video back and I was like, oh, that might be a reason. But no, I'm excited to be back. Excited for the show. Excited for this week. We have some banger guests. We have some banger giveaways. We have some banger trading. I mean, Miriam again crushed it last Friday. Matt crushed it last Friday. Brett came on and crushed it. I mean, what do you want more? This show is turning, it's getting better and better every day, in my opinion. I hope you guys think that too. But anyways, let's kick this off as usual with our one and only Machamame.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Tradeify Nation. Yes, Nick, we are very, very happy to have you back. And yes, that definitely explains why your hair is like that. I mean, I was wondering this whole time. Still not really sure about the white tees, but we can get there another time. Wow. Yeah, guys, we're super excited for this week. I mean, it's Monday. Happy Monday to everyone. I hope you all enjoyed your weekends. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of chilled this weekend. I wasn't on a plane. I just kind of hung out and chilled, and now we're here. So we're excited to get started today. As Nick had alluded to, we have some great guests lined up this week. Obviously, we have Coach Tank as well coming on Tuesdays and Thursdays for his usual segments. And yeah, we're just excited for another great week. And if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe to this channel and share it with a friend so we can continue to provide more value to you guys every single day. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. I think actually, let me go ahead and just share my charts and what's going on the NASDAQ today. If we can go to my charts here. So I have the 1 hour pulled up on NASDAQ and ES here. So you can see we've kind of been in this interesting area here. So we had a nice little gap down in the overnight session when we opened on Sunday here. So you guys can see this is highlighted in blue, kind of depicting the rest of the gap that's intended to be filled here. And you can see we kind of keep rejecting this area. This area is also sitting at this 22,900 level, which is not only a spike level, but it's been a level that's been pretty key here in the past previous sessions. So this is going to be the section that I feel like we're going to need to really push above and hold this 900 area, because then the gap will end at this 39 level, which has also been a key level in the previous sessions as well. But you can see here, we're kind of in this range still, right? We're still in this range from Friday's highs and lows. So you can see here on Friday, we made this high all the way up to this 2 hour demand zone sitting here at 23,015, 23,020 area. And you can see we had a nice little rejection of that zone. And now, we're trying to make our way back up here. We had a nice pullback to past Friday's lows, but we couldn't quite get below it further. We made this low down to this 22,800 area. So we're kind of in this 100 point range. And as you guys know, 100 points for the NASDAQ is not very much. So, what I would be looking for is if bulls are, looking to take this further, we need to get back up above this 900 area for us to get a nice shot above this 938 level. Once we get above 938, I think we have some room up to the 73 zone, and then, back up to this 2 hour supply area, sitting up here from Friday's highs. Now, of course, if we continue further up there, we still have these previous highs that we need to clear. You can see this 15-minute zone, nice double top resistance that we got here on Wednesday of last week, and then again on Thursday when we attempted to break above it. Still couldn't break above it, and as you can see, we have this nice trend line sitting, kind of marking those highs here. So we really do need to get back above this 23,100 area to now make some new highs and, potentially break through further. But yeah, nice double top resistance there that we got, and now we are just kind of in a downtrend. So you know, I don't know about you guys. I think I talk about this a lot when we talk about, you know, previous day ranges. So for me, you know, I'm not convinced on any bullish movement until we can get back above this 2-hour demand zone. That's going to be sitting again at this 23,000 area. Right now, again, we're still way below that at this 900 zone. But you know, if we can push through 939 and then get back up and possibly retest this zone, it's possible that, you know, considering if we get the volume and the push, then we can break out of this 2-hour level. But you know, I don't know if we'll get the juice here. We're going to need a lot more you know, headline catalysts, and we didn't get that much good news over the weekend. As you can see, we had a nice gap as well because of that fundamental news. Same thing with ES here. We are in this downtrend as well. ES does seem a little bit like it wants to hold, you know, push through to fill the rest of this gap. The rest of this gap is going to be filled around this 294 zone. So you can see the bottom of Friday's candle here, Friday's close. So, you know, if we can get back above that, I think we have a nice shot to at least, you know, this 312 area. 312, 310, call it like 310 to 315 is really that zone on ES. You guys can really see this nice resistance zone here, sitting between, you know, 310 and 315. And this was actually previous swing high as well. So, you know, before we kind of pushed through this zone, we got up to this 63.35 area, but previous to that was that 63.15 zone that we needed to get above. So it kind of looked a little bit like a head and shoulder. We have a shoulder here, the head, and then the shoulder over here as well. And obviously that is a bearish, you know, bearish move here. But, you know, if we can get back above this 315, again, we would be retesting this area here at the, you know, 63.35 zone. Otherwise, you know, we had this nice bottom, you know, double bottom here as well at this 260. So if we can get back down here below this 260, we definitely have room to fill the rest of this Monday's gap. Monday's gap ends at 246. Below that, and we have some room down to 239. I would say call it like 235, and then possibly testing this 1-hour demand zone again at 62.23. Right now on book maps, we have a very clear resistance, and I'll show you guys my book maps here. We have some nice resistance sitting here at the 62.92 zone. You can see this really nice dark area here on ES, all the way up to the 62.95. So these are the levels that we're going to be kind of oscillating in between. 62.70 to the downside, there's buyers sitting there. You can see these nice thick walls that we have orders sitting at. If I move back to the NASDAQ here, you guys can see this area is going to be the 22,905 all the way up to 22,910. And again, this is all just depicted by these thicker, darker zones. And I don't know why it's not letting me scroll here, but you can see, yeah, we have all the way up to 22,915. Don't really see anything to the downside. I don't know why it's not letting me scroll, but I would assume this 22,880 area is going to also have some support as well. But yeah, so far, this is kind of the zone that we're sitting in here, guys. We need to break above Friday's highs and possibly, you know, maybe even test these overnight lows as well. So let's see what we get. Let me actually go back to my trading view here. Yeah, let's see what we get. But Nick, I know that you took a trade in the overnight session here. Why don't you go over that?
Sure thingy. I actually took 2 trades. I actually took more than 2 trades, but 2 were break even, and then 2 were actual bangers. So I did take one on my live account here that I also trade during the show, which the P&L for that is getting updated shortly as well. So you see that, but that was like a 29.5 pointer. Was such a nice setup, like one of my absolute favorites. I mean, we had this gap down here on NQ, right, at market open, and then we just consolidated, and I knew for a fact, like, this is gonna break to either side, right? It could have gone to the upside to fill the gap too, but I expected it to go further down, because usually when it gaps down, it also continues to move to the downside. So I traded this on the 5-minute, actually. Let me pull this up. There we go. And I also posted this on Twitter. I posted like all the steps of that trade on Twitter. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. But I'm going to break it down here still. So I waited for a 5-minute candle close below this trend line. Entered my trade at 862. Had my stop above the high here at around, what was that, 880. Actually, at first, I had it even higher at 890, but then I moved it down pretty quickly to the 880s. And then I got the push. Like, it was such an easy trade to hold, even on the 1 minute. Like, this thing was clean. Look at that. It was literally, after a little bit of consolidation, I had to hold through that. After that, it was just clean to the downside, just red candles on the 1 minute. So who doesn't love that, right? So my target for this was the previous day low. Yep, here you go, PDL, previous day low. I usually don't set my target exactly at the level I'm targeting. I go a little bit above that, but got a nice TP hit for 29.5 points, as I said. And then that was my first trade. And then the second one that hit was pretty much a very similar setup. When London Open happened here at 3 a.m. EST, we tried to push up, got rejected, went further down, even took out this low here that we had at 2 a.m. and pretty much retested this 22,800 level, which is such an important level due to the wick that we had at 6 p.m., right? I actually also marked that level out as an important level for today in case we get back there. So we retested that, shot back up from it, and then I waited for some sort of a consolidation. Theoretically, I could have taken this bull flag right here, but I didn't because we were still below that wick. So I was like, I don't trust this really. Like, this could easily go like that. So I waited, pretty much missed out on that entire move here, which sucked a bit, but I was patient, waited for another consolidation, which I got here. And then same spiel again. Once it broke the consolidation, closed outside, took a trade with 12.25 point stop, 20-point target. Actually, I had a 30-point target to be fair, but I traded my stop and got stopped out at 20 points. So yeah, total for a total of almost 50 points. So that was a great London session today.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, Matt, do you want to go over oil and gold?
Yeah, let's look at it here. So I've got a 1 hour chart of the CL up here. So guys, we kind of called this bottom a couple of weeks ago at 64. And if we were calling the show, I said, I just didn't think OPEC was going to let it go below that. And sure enough, they didn't. In fact, they've been pushing it higher. We kind of called the breakout here above 66, pushed us strong to 67.5. So if you caught that move, congrats there. And then after a little bit of a retracement, we've broken back out above the 67 level, taken out 68 and now taken out 69. And we're retracing a little bit on this particular candle, but I don't see any reason, barring some sort of change from OPEC or some sort of signal, that we don't make a run at 70 in the next couple of days. So that's an area to kind of keep an eye on there. GC has had a nice little sharp sell-off in the last couple of hour candles. So we're retesting sort of this prior area of resistance here at about the 3350 level. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now for a test of that level. Then do we break down further and head towards 3300, or do we break out above that? The one thing I did want to take a look at, though, is let's go over all of the news for this week. So we talked about last week. Now, we got some news a couple of times last week where the markets moved quite a bit. But overall, we saw that we were kind of consolidating within zones and zones within zones and breaking out and establishing a new zone. It was overall some good price action and good trading. This week could be even more so. And then you recall even early last week, we were talking about everything that lines up for this week. So let's take it one thing at a time. So not a whole lot coming today, guys. And I notice on TradingView in this news feed, I just have this for only high importance events. So there may be some Fed speakers, there may be some minor data that's not reflected here. We want to focus on the major data right now. Tomorrow, guys, core inflation rate month over month, year over year for both the United States and Canada. So that's something we're going to pay very, very close attention to. Obviously, the inflation rates have been talked about ad nauseum for the last couple of years, right? Since we've been in sort of this mild to hyperinflation scenario. And the more you see the Fed start to talk about inflation, rate cuts, et cetera, et cetera. In fact, we just had Fed's Hammock out today saying that he does not see an imminent need to cut rates. I'm sure the president will take that well, because he has really upped his over the weekend. They've kind of announced they're investigating Jerome Powell for abuse of resources. The campaign to push him out is fully on. So how are the markets going to react to that? We're going to see. We obviously got some tariff letters last week for Canada in the EU as well. Apparently, there's our Treasury Secretary was doing interviews this morning already and said that they're negotiating. The EU has apparently pushed back on that. Who knows what the situation is? But that's the one X factor that we have to consider as the week progresses. So that gets us through Tuesday, and then Wednesday we have PPI, which obviously again. Producer price index directly related to inflation, cost of materials, things like that as well. Thursday, we have our normal, unemployment report, at least from the weekly standpoint. Retail sales month over month on Thursday as well. And Friday, we get building permits, housing starts, and the Michigan consumer sentiment. So pretty much after today, a steady onslaught of inflation-related news. This will directly tie into further pushes for rate cuts in the pressure campaign on Jerome Powell. In addition, guys, earnings start really getting going this week. The first major earnings is Netflix on Thursday. So everything else before, airlines, banks, I mean, that stuff we'll pay attention to. But as always, the big boys, the Mag 7 and a few additional stocks are what really moves the tech market, really moves the NQ. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that as well. This starts, guys, I said last week, if you look at from earnings to economic data, to Fed meetings, this basically starts several weeks, at least the next 2 to 3 weeks of absolute onslaught of information. Now, is that always going to lead to amazing moves and great opportunities? Well, not always, but we'd rather have weeks like this with a lot of known events, right? And there's always unknown events like the more tariff comments, letters, et cetera, but we have a ton of known events this week and a lot even before the markets open. So it should lead to some good trading. We should see some key levels tested and or broken through or broken down. Don't even begin to ask me where the markets are going to be on Friday, let alone a couple of hours from now. But we'll see if our pattern of early morning moves, at least within the first hour of the New York session, seems to hold today. I think it is going to be an outstanding week as far as price action. Is that directly going to lead to trading opportunities? Well, usually it does. But this is a week, guys, that I think we could really see some really good whipsawing price action. Especially if some data starts to kind of come in that's, if it's all good or it's all bad, of course, we'll see the market react. Personally, I'm hoping for a mixed bag so we can move up, we can move down. We'll have opportunities to the long side. We'll have opportunities to the short side. And for those that trade just beyond the indexes, a lot of this inflation news is also going to directly tie into gold, oil, et cetera as well. So it's going to be an outstanding week. I could not be more excited, not only for the price action, but for the guests we have coming on this week, which we'll review a little later on in the show, guys. Today's the only day we don't have a guest. We've got at least one guest every other day. I'm waiting, I think, as soon as we get the clearance to announce the big special guests that Brett alluded to on Friday's show. We will go ahead and do that once our graphics are all updated. But you guys should be very excited for what's coming this week. I'm excited, guys. I know this is going to be the biggest week of Tradeify TV yet, and we can't wait to bring each and every guest, trade, and insight to you. Okay. I took a breath there. Nice. So, Nick, I feel like we do have to address the elephant in the room, or at least in the air. So, yeah, you survived. You are with us. You did not end up, I believe, as Bodhi said, as a puddle. So we're all grateful for that because, I mean, we just got you trained. We don't want to, train a replacement yet.
Yeah, no, it was great. Actually, somebody asked me, I think it was my mom. She asked me like if it was a great adrenaline rush, and I was like, no, it was actually pretty chill. It was actually very nice. I enjoyed the view. I even shot an ad for Tradeify on the plane. So I don't know, Drew, if you have that ready and if you can pull it up, but yeah, there it is. It doesn't have audio yet, but it has subtitles. So you better get yourself a Tradeify account now.
That's awesome.
No, it was really nice. Like, it was an actually really cool view, really cool experience. Yeah, I survived. And the plane, unfortunately, didn't do any loopings or barrel rolls. However, next year they're gonna have a stronger plane, and then they will be doing loopings and barrel rolls. So I'll go back next year for that. We gotta improve our ads next year.
The propeller looks like it's moving very, very slowly.
Yeah, well, that's because of the shutter speed of the camera. But let's
It
not
looks
get
like
into
it's just
that.
going
That's
like.
way too technical.
Oh
Actually, like,
man.
fun fact: if you sync up your camera's shutter speed with the rotor, you can get, for example, a helicopter to look like it's standing still in the air, like the rotor is not turning at all.
Wow.
And that's actually looks really fucking cool. But anyways, let's talk about something else that's really important, which is the first flash giveaway that we're gonna do today.
Hey.
We have a target for that right now. If I refresh the like count, we're sitting at 119 likes, yet we have 328 people in here. So let's get this stream to 250 likes, okay? As fast as possible. If you haven't already, smash that like button, because once we do, we're gonna give away 2 50K growth accounts, all right? So just make sure that you hit that like button really quick, not the heart in the chat, but the actual thumbs up. And then we're gonna, give away 2 accounts for free.
Nice.
Yeah, let's get liking. Goodness.
Let's get
Easy,
liking.
easy. Let's get liking. We like it. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was an adrenaline junkie. You definitely surpassed me with that. So I don't know if I would do something like that. But
You have not done a skydive yet, right?
I've never been skydiving, no.
Okay, so here's the thing. Skydiving is like, I would say 10 times as intense as a wing walk that I did on the weekend. Because
Wow.
the wing walk is super chill. You're literally just strapped on that plane, and it's not going that fast. It's going like up to 120 miles per hour, which is, in comparison to a skydive, not that fast. So it was okay.
All
It's
right.
not even adrenaline chunky activity. And fun fact too, we were the youngest. My friend and I were the youngest. Like, there were 60-year-olds on that plane. There were 70-year-olds on that plane. We saw everything. Like, you won't believe your eyes. It was
Dang.
it was super cool to see.
What are they
Like,
feeding y'all out there in Switzerland?
well, that was in the UK actually.
Well, something's going on in Europe.
Yes, it looks like it.
Ain't no Cracker Barrels over there.
No.
What a tragedy.
Yeah, apparently. Well, Matt, once I come back to the US, next time you gotta show me that Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I'll do that. I told you, if you make your way to St. Louis, there is a Cracker Barrel and a Panda Express, both basically within walking
dude.
distance of my house. So,
Extreme.
Let's go.
yeah, that's it. I'll just get you a tent, and you can set up right in the parking lot
Parking
there
lot.
for
Let's
the
do
Panda.
it. I'm down.
Get as much orange chicken as you want.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that. Wow.
You see,
So
double AA. I would very much do parasailing. We actually saw some parasailers right above our house the other day, and I was like, I need to do that. I would do that for whatever reason. I won't do what you did. Parasailing, I would do.
That's pretty cool too.
It is.
Man, Cracker Barrel does not suck. Man, get out of here with that stuff. Why does everybody get a shit on something that other people like? I've never understood that.
Cracker Barrels.
Cracker Barrel, I'll tell you what, that Cracker Barrel, you go rock on that front porch, you go in there, get you breakfast all day, and then you can buy a pegboard or a cornhole game board when you leave. It's all American, baby.
They have cornhole competitions. You know that?
Yeah. So actually, it was funny. I remember this was several months ago. This before we bought a house and moved in together, but I was at my fiance's apartment. And, Sunday morning, wake up, cook breakfast, just sit on the couch. There's nothing on TV. So I usually just put on Sports Center. Well, ESPN was doing the National Cornhole Championships. And I sat transfixed for like 10 minutes before I realized this is the stupidest shit I've ever watched on television. But and yes, every one of them looks exactly how you would expect them to look. So it was most from Wisconsin, as it turns out. It is as a native cheesehead, I'm very, very proud of that. So yeah, that's is what it is.
Yep. I saw that for the first time at the gym. I was also fixated. I was like, oh, I should actually work out instead of watching this. Oh,
All right,
man.
guys. So we are about 32 minutes from the New York opening bell. Everybody in the chat, let us know, how was your weekend? What'd you do? Hopefully everyone was able to relax a little bit. I got a lot done around the house and out in the yard. I'll tell you, there's no homeowner rush quite like the rush of finishing cutting the grass 5 minutes before a downpour.
Ooh.
So that was I'm so proud of that. You got to take small victories where they're at, right?
Right.
You got it done.
Yeah, got it
Got
done. But all weekend I've been looking forward to this week because of our guests, because of all the data coming through the markets. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And yeah, let's get after it, guys. Hope everyone is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for a Monday morning. And with 30 minutes to the opening bell, we'll keep an eye on the charts and let you know what's coming. Again, no major economic data today, but some of the financials, I believe the banks start reporting tomorrow. Usually the banks and the airlines start with their earnings first, and then again Thursday, the first of the big tech giants, Netflix, reports. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to keep an eye on the FedWatch tool starting on Wednesday as we move 2 weeks to the next FOMC meeting, and of course, we're going to keep an eye on our newsfeed for any tariff and/or Jay Powell related tweet statements or answered questions from Trump. So we'll a lot to keep an eye on, and this is, guys, if you've been struggling the last couple of weeks, I think we're going to have a really good week. So make sure you're following your setups. Make sure you're trading according to your risk management plan. And if you don't have one, for goodness sakes, get one. And we'll talk about that a lot this week. I know Tank's got a couple of prepared things for us this week. Yeah, Tank will be a guest as well, guys. We've got 5 different guests coming your way starting tomorrow. So make sure you're here every single day for Tradeify TV.
Yep. And guys, actually, I got to have lunch yesterday with Coach Tank. No, wait, the day before, Saturday. We had lunch together and we filmed a content piece together. This is going to be Coach Tank's first content piece on his Instagram, finally. So if you haven't followed him already, make sure you follow Coach Tank on Instagram. If you're going to see him if you just search for Coach Tank, because some exciting stuff is coming. He's going to finally be uploading.
Nice.
Also, I saw the 250 likes, guys. We're just setting up the keyword here in the background, and then I'll drop it shortly. So keep liking it anyways, because we're going to have more giveaways today.
Nice little rejection we're still getting here at the 900 level on NASDAQ.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, this area is going to be key. I kind of left this trend line open on ES. I don't know if you guys can see my charts or not. I don't think it's, oh, there it is. I had this trend line because this was a previous trend line, and trend lines you can see as like obviously support or resistance as well, but we had this nice trend line on, this is a 4-hour, I believe, trend line on ES. Yeah, it's a 4-hour trend line. You can see right here, once we actually broke below it, which we gapped down, actually, we didn't even break below it. We gapped down below it, but you can see right now it is holding as resistance on ES. So that's why I kind of kept it on here so you guys can see. NASDAQ has a similar one. It's not as nice, but ES's trend line looks really nice to me. You guys can see mine kind of looks like a little laser show here, but nice rejection of this trend line right now. And then I have this other trend line that we're sitting out, that we're trying to break below. But yeah, let's see what we get here. I don't know if the giveaway keyword's ready, but
yeah, it is. Let's do this for 2 50K growth accounts. Okay, the keyword as usual. So here's how it works for the ones who are new here. You have to like the stream, you have to be subscribed to the channel, and once I drop the keyword, only type it once, not twice, not 3 times, because you are going to get disqualified if you type it more than once. And the keyword for this first giveaway is wing walk in one word. So good luck, everybody. Wing walk is the keyword. I put it in the chat so you see it. And I get some XP.
I still don't get this whole XP thing.
It's funny, like sometimes you get stuck. It's weird. And then suddenly you shoot up by like 50 or 100. But the whole point is the more you comment in the chat, the more XP you get. And the more XP you have, like the higher you rank in the leaderboard. And then you can be the top 1 fan of Tradeify TV, which I would like to be. So,
do you get something for that? Like,
yeah, virtual high five. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
A virtual high five. Do you have a board in your office, Nick, that you're like every day you finish number one, you put up another star or something?
Yeah. Actually,
A
I
gold
do.
star. He was like,
The thing I appreciate about you, Nick, is not only you coming for that number one every day, but you're shit talking everybody on the way up there.
yeah. Oh man,
Oh man.
that's great.
Big shout out to producer Drew behind the scenes doing what he does. Lil D-Gen's got the week off this week. He's out on I believe on vacation, so we will talk shit about him while he's gone, and then welcome him back with open arms on Monday.
All right, Drew has pulled up the randomizer here. Let's wait, Drew, for a couple more seconds until we have. Right now we're sitting at 257 entries. Let's get to 300 entries. So if you haven't entered already, guys, type wing walk in the chat. It's going to be filled up pretty fast. As soon as it hits 300 entries, Drew is going to click that randomizer button for the first winner of a 50K growth account. That's what's happening here. And you see everything live on screen. So this is completely random. We're not picking anyone. It's a randomizer doing that. 10 to go, 5 to go. Actually, it was 7 to go. Now it's 5 to go. 3 to go, 1 to go, and 300 met. All right, let's choose a winner. Our first winner is Gim Mendes. So make sure to type something in the chat so we see you're there. You can claim your prize, and also add your email address to your YouTube channel description so we can reach out to you. And then the second one for a 50K growth account is going to be Mash. Congratulations. You both won a 50K growth account. Also, Mash, make sure to type something in the chat really quick so we see you're there.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you that were not on Friday's stream, we had kind of a fun little impromptu announcement where Brett was on stream with us. And he had said, we were talking with him about, we give away accounts that we know a couple people had passed those giveaways, and somebody went to get to a payout. The first payout that comes from a confirmed account has to be the account that you won here. The first payout, Brett said Tradeify will match that payout. So if you request a $2,000 payout, they'll send you $4,000. So he said that live on stream. We're going to hold him to it. Brett's a man of his word. So we're looking, whoever that is, whenever that, I expect that to be in the next couple weeks, guys. If you win, get on in, trade smart, and you could double your first payout from accounts given away during Tradeify TV streams. And again, guys, do keep in mind, I know Nick's trying to catch up with a lot of things behind the scenes while he's gone, but it may take a day or two or even longer for us to get those emails to you. We do record all those emails and all the YouTube addresses behind the scenes, so do not worry. We will get that to you, but just bear with us. And again, as we found out last week, you change your name and we catch you trying to claim one of these prizes. And it doesn't matter if you change your name, because the first thing we do is put your YouTube URL behind the scenes before we even announce the winner. So if you try to claim somebody else's prize, you will get permanently banned from the chat, which means you will never be able to participate in any of the giveaways again. So it's not worth the effort, guys. It's better. Honestly, you have a much better chance of just showing up every day, and especially on these early flash giveaways, trying to win one of those as opposed to trying to cheat your way to one of those accounts.
Yeah, also great question here, Gara. It's only for the first winner or all winners. So for the first person who won an account on Tradeify TV and then actually gets that account to payout, that payout is going to get matched. So if that's let's say 150K straight to funded account and they get a max payout of 3K, they're getting 6K instead of 3K. But that's only for the first person to actually make it. Okay, so be fast.
That's actually huge. That's fun.
Pretty cool, yeah.
We should. We'll definitely have him on. We should have him on as a guest. Whoever gets that first.
I think so. Yeah. I think we'd already talked about that. Yeah.
100%. We need that person on as a guest.
What a cool story. Won a free giveaway and just doubled their payout.
Yeah, easy money, I would say.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Very cool. Yeah,
Right.
so interesting. This is going to be quite an interesting open here, I think. Not only with these gap downs that we got in on Sunday's open, but definitely flirting with just a little bit of a range here. And I know we kind of talked about it. This 900 on NASDAQ is going to be key. On ES, I actually want to bring attention to this 68 level as well. I know we have a 1 hour demand sitting below that, but I could see us probably getting down to kind of flirt with this level as well. If anyone trades ES, definitely have this level on your charts. You can see here prior like support, really. I mean, we kind of dipped below it right when we opened, but we've been holding that as support. Right when we dropped below it, we came back and then held as resistance before getting this nice candle to break us above it. But yeah, this is going to be a key area here, the 68 on ES. And it's interesting because we do have a level sitting around that on bookmaps as well. If I go back to bookmaps here, we see, this nice zone 62.92. 62.92 is going to be pretty close to where, actually right where the gap ends on ES. So it won't surprise me too much if we actually get a rejection at the 62.92, 62.93 area. But you can see here the 62.65, 62.68 zone is also a level that we could possibly bounce at as well. So VWAP right now on ES is sitting at around 62.74. So if we get a nice push down and we don't break VWAP, or we do break VWAP, I could see 68, 65 level holding as support. NASDAQ, I finally got bookmaps to let me scroll here, but yeah, this 62 level, interestingly, which aligns with VWAP, this 862 is going to be a key level as well. You can see we have a nice thick wall of buyers as well there. So let's see if we can get above at least this 900. You can see here, every single time we try to flirt with this area, we get some clear resistance. So that's gonna be the levels that we look at on the NASDAQ. Then actually, this is interesting too. This 937, I know, Nick, we talked about this level too. Minus 938, I think you have 935.
Yep.
But look here, we also have some sellers sitting there as well. So
Yeah.
this was on your charts. What was it?
Yeah, it is. So it's 3 levels actually. At 22,935, we have the previous month high. Then at 22,940, we have the previous day mid. And at 22,945, we have the previous week mid. So 3 strong levels all aligned right around that zone. So it's like a 10-point zone that's super important.
And this is actually where the gap also ends on the NASDAQ. So very key level here. Again, I would not be surprised to see us, try to make this push up on both futures, right into the gap, and then possibly reject. I would expect if we do come up and break this area, we would need to get a lot of volume, but I would be shooting more towards a rejection rather than a push through. We might maybe even put in a tail, but then possibly get a rejection. And that's if we even get above that. This 900 level on NASDAQ is still going to be key, as well as this 86 area on ES. So definitely something to look at in the open here. We're about 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes from the open. So that's going to be what I look at today, seeing if we can stay in the zone. I think for me, I would be looking for, if we get a nice rejection here, or it seems like bulls are not really finding acceptance above these zones, I will probably be looking for a short with a pretty tight stop. That would give us a really nice potential move to the downside. So that's kind of what I'll be looking for. But again, I'm not by any means saying I'm going to put an order here just waiting for us to get filled. But if we get a nice push right from the open and then start getting a somewhat seemingly rejection here, I might throw an order here and see if we can play the move back down to these areas. So that's what I'll be looking for.
I'll join you on that one, not gonna lie.
Nice.
Well, it is Monday, guys. So here at Tradeify TV, we always ease into our Mondays. We've covered all the economic data that's coming for the week, some of the major earnings we're looking forward to in the coming days. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of unknown events as well in terms of, again, anything relating to tariffs, trade, negotiations, etc. But guys, we talk about this every Monday, and I think it's very important. Again, we have no control over your first trade is a winner or a loser on a Monday, right? But you need to be able to, whenever that trade is close, especially if it's a red trade, you need to be able to look back and say, okay, I took a valid setup, didn't confirm. I'm starting my day taking good trades. Chasing something or oversizing to try to maybe pass an eval or get a funded account to a payout stage first thing on a Monday morning is usually a recipe to just have a really shitty week, guys. So be very deliberate in your trading. Again, as the week progresses, we're going to be getting more and more news, more catalysts, probably some more jumping around movement and more volume as well. So, I know we take, obviously we take trades when we see them on the show, and we have several every day, but you're never going to see us in a hurry to trade on a Monday. We're definitely going to be letting that initial volume play out before we begin to assess where we're at.
Absolutely.
All right. So about 15 minutes to the New York Open.
We get here. I'm curious to see where SPX actually opens up as well. I definitely will see a gap down on SPX since we did see a gap down on ES as well. Let's see what we're sitting at here. Yeah, we also do have another gap to fill. So whenever I talk about SPX, guys, I come from an options background. So I used to trade SPX heavily, which is one reason why I actually switched over to futures, because I used to, when you're trading SPX, you have to watch ES. ES and NASDAQ really are going to be what you should be looking at. But ES drives SPX and the price action there. So whenever I would look at how to trade SPX, I would look for these sort of gaps. And this was a nice gap that we actually put in on Thursday that we would need to also close. But, again, when I talk about gaps, guys, gaps tend to fill. They don't always fill, but they're good areas of indication of where price could possibly navigate to. So that's why I look at these areas when I'm also looking at ES. So it's kind of like three areas that I look for. I look at what level are we at on SPX in conjunction with ES, and then also where are we at with the NASDAQ. So I'd be curious to see, because I think these levels will correspond really nicely with where ES or SPX opens. I would assume SPX is going to open around this 250, maybe 248 area, depending on, if ES decides to make the move up here, then possibly even higher. But again, I bring this just kind of like as a tool to see how we trade ES and then SPX's levels. So, SPX is going to have very significant levels. Obviously this 270 area is a significant zone. And you can see if ES starts to kind of make the push up, we might try to come up to this area and then reject. So that's kind of how I look at, SPX and ES in conjunction with each other and see like, all right, are we at a key level on SPX? Are we at a key level on ES? And then kind of dictate how I'm going to be trading that for the day. So, but right now, again, still kind of struggling at this 900 level on the NASDAQ. So give me an interesting open. I'll be curious to see what I want to know if we can throw up a poll here. What does everyone think? What is everyone's sentiment for today? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Sideways? How are we feeling for today?
Throwing baby.
Throwing Drew right into the cold water without Nick being here. Drew's like, fuck you, Miriam. Now I got to work.
Damn it. Now I have to fucking do that shit.
But I'm sure he's going to get that pull up. He's a beast.
Steve Cooper says neutral. Okay.
Permable pullback Wednesday, says Jesse.
I mean, we might get one of those, significant moves to one direction and then a reversal of it. We've been seeing that a lot lately, so that could also be. Don't get too faked out on a move, because we've seen it before get easily reversed.
Yeah. And again, guys, today is going to be probably the exception as far as the other 4 days of the week as well, just because we don't have major economic data. We don't have a lot of known events starting today, but starting tomorrow, we've got a ton of them. So, so just it could be a lot of whipsawing. It could be some people establishing positions or legging into longer term positions. Or even just hedging in the market. So be careful with that today, guys. It could be one of those days where there's a lot of 10 to 15 handle whips in the NQ or 5 handle whips in the ES, where they're just running stops, or the algos and the HFTs take over. So just be careful today. I mean, always be careful, of course, but especially today. If you were to tell me this week, 4 of the 5 days are going to be really great price action. I'll tell you the 5th is most likely going to be today just because of what's on the calendar, what's not on the calendar for today. So, yeah, so we are, what about just under 12 minutes away, guys?
Wait, what did I miss? Why do we have a bull, a bear, and what is that, a dog?
I know, what is that?
Why the dog?
Is it a dog?
It looks like a dog.
I can't see.
True.
Small.
What is that? What is that and why?
Is it a cat? It's a cat.
Why not?
Probably because I was singing in Meow Tunes earlier.
I'll pick the cat. So cat means sideways.
Is it neutered? That's great.
You know, obviously we do this show at, you know, you guys can tune in. You don't even have to have a Tradeify account to jump on with us here 5 days a week. But I do feel like we should have like a premium channel that's just like us in our like 30 minutes before the show starts when we all come into, because I feel like we could sell that because you think we're unhinged now.
Yeah, just you should see us before. Well, we kind of played around with the After Dark, Tradeify After Dark session.
After Dark.
It'd be a whole another thing.
Come see our charts with no indicators on them.
Oh, we got the naked charts for you guys.
Oh man.
All the gap fills.
Bro.
Oh,
All right, that's enough. Get it together, guys.
Well, who would have expected that Miriam is the worst at this, huh?
Oh, come on. Yeah.
I would an obvious one, guys.
Yeah.
You know, last time, Miriam, when you were out of the stream, Matt and I were like, oh, finally we get to talk more shit. Then Miriam is back, and there's more shit talk than ever before.
Yeah, you and I together had a fairly PG stream. When it was done, I was actually kind of disappointed in us.
I'm the problem.
Yeah. We know who the problem is now.
Sorry, guys. I'll keep it together. I was so contained, and this weekend was just too calm for me. Oh man. Curious to see what do you guys think we do? Do you think we rip up? Or
I mean, I would expect that gap fill. To be honest, so gap fill.
I hope we get it.
What's that?
I hope we get it.
Yeah, same. To like the previous month high. Maybe even go touch that trend line at like shortly before the 23K level and then down. That I would really like. But if that's not the case, I would also like it to just bounce off the previous month high, which is the gap fill.
Do you have another trend line? Oh wait.
No, we have the same, I think.
Oh, we do? Okay.
I think so. I got the one from Wednesday the 9th of July. Has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touch points, or 5.
Yeah, I think
maybe we have it slightly different, but what?
I'm just laughing at the comments. Anda, thank you. She's both the problem and the solution.
Well, yes.
There should be a huge lag, guys. We only lag a couple of seconds if you have a fast internet connection. So I don't know if you feel like you're really behind, guys. Check your live button. Yeah, we should. That's one of the reasons we put a clock in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, and if your connection isn't that great, it actually kicks you out of that live mode, and then you got to catch up like for 30 seconds. It's what happened when I joined from the UK. That internet in the UK sucked. So I was watching the stream, like 3 seconds later, I was already like 30 seconds behind, and it was awful. But anyways, if you make sure you see that red dot next to your live symbol, you should be good.
All right, guys, lock in.
Yeah, Cody, I can promise you we all have little routines here or there. We've talked about them on this show before. Maybe we'll get into them later today if we have a little time or if the market barcodes a little bit. But no, we don't just sit down and start trading. There's always some prep involved. You know, the longer you do this, the less, you know, I used to spend sometimes as much as 2 hours prepping for, when I was a full-time options trader and first getting into futures. And now, I mean, if for some reason we weren't doing the stream today, about 30 minutes, I could be ready to go. But obviously, with the time zone differences come in, Nick's probably been trading for a few hours most days before he comes on stream. Miriam's just waking up, and I'm, I usually have about 30 to 45 minutes of stuff I do before, we go into our little digital green room a few minutes before the stream starts. But yeah, routines are important, guys. We've talked about this, and this is something Mark Douglas talks about pretty extensively in his writings and talks and all that. The markets are such a beast, right? It's just complete fuckery all around. So when you're dealing with something that's that unstructured, I mean, outside of time, the specific times the various markets are open or not open, that's really the only structure that's imposed on the markets. The markets could, in theory, guys, it is possible for us to go up 50% today. It's possible we go to zero today. Is it likely for either of those things? No, but it is possible. So there is a complete lack of structure that the markets impose on us. So it's on us to put a framework around the markets and a structure around the markets to help us make our decisions. I don't see any news for this little pop here.
It's not that crazy of a pop. It's just buying coming in and finally breaking that 900 level for good.
Yeah, we typically get something in at like this. Well, my time is 6:25, but the 9:25 candle will typically show some movement. But yeah,
so I would like to read the last three things on my newsfeed, if that's all right.
Let's do it.
So EU's trade chief on trade negotiations with US. It takes two hands to clap. Headline. I'm just reading this direct headline from Electric, which is I believe a blog. Tesla's penis-shaped robotaxi expansion illustrates how unserious this business is. And then JP Morgan, markets still bet Trump will scale back tariffs below August 1st. So yes, we get a bit of a anatomy reference in between two major.
You thought we were bad?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I don't know if I want to click this.
Really random in the middle of my newsfeed. Yeah. So for those of you that use Trade Exchange, I'm gonna go see is that a real article or is that just a headline?
Quite the.
It's an EV blog. Okay. Yeah, that's the headline. So electric.co, electrek.co.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Just switched over to book maps here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. 925 and then 935 area. Let's see if we can actually break these levels. I'm going to expand this a little bit more so you guys can really see these zones. But you can see the buying pressure keeps kind of building up and pushing us through these zones. And whenever I don't see additional, you can call it lines stepping in, those orders stepping in, then it looks like we're getting the momentum to try to push us back up into these areas. So I'd be curious if we can come up to this 935 and start filling these orders. That would essentially put us at the end of the gap, which we are trying to get right here. So let's see, the bigger these bubbles, these green bubbles are, the bigger the orders, the volume that comes in. So we would need to see a nice green bubble come in here.
Gap fill already happening pre-market, it seems like.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to get a push at the open up to 23K. We talked about how important that level was multiple times last week, and it seemed to, again, on almost any time period, both 22.9 and 23K are acting as kind of as magnets, as pinning action on the charts, right? So if we get, especially I think if we get above 950, I think 23K could be on deck pretty quickly.
Yeah, agreed. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. But first, we need the good old ding ding.
Yep, and we are less than 3 minutes away from that.
Nice.
Yeah,
very
nice wall here. Not a lot of orders sitting there though that I can see. Do you see anything different on your
it's usually about now the volume starts really coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they might blast through this. This was an area I was looking to potentially short, but it looks like they kind of want to go for it. So
That would be very dangerous right now.
No. That's what I was saying. Like even before, I was like, we could potentially take this as a short, but it's seeing that the volume really wants to come in. Even this candle right now is a pretty nice candle to the upside. So yeah, definitely don't want to look to short this right now. Right here, we're getting this push. Yep, those orders just got cleared. You can see that line kind of went away. Now, the one thing I don't want to see is if we continue to start building orders here, that would tell me that it's a fake out. But so far, looking like they do want to push it through. So that's kind of what I look at, guys, when I'm looking at book maps when I'm trading these. So right now, we would want to see orders start building below, because that would say that, that would indicate that potential buyers are stepping in to push this higher. So we could see here, 940 is now a target. You can see these orders starting to build up here, orders starting to build up at the 930. So now this is the zone that we need to continue to push through. So that's kind of how I read book maps, essentially.
1 minute and 7 seconds until market open here.
It's always fun to watch book maps when we're at the open or towards the end of the market.
It's always really cool when you share a screen with book maps. I think it's interesting to the chat as well.
Nice. Okay.
They like it. Hey, what's up, Vola? Good morning.
Remember when we used to call him Bola and he got super offended?
Bola. I'm going to call him Bola.
Bola. All right,
guys, we are about 30 seconds away. You know what time it is.
There's the close. Yep. Gap just filled here. ES also filling those orders, it looks like, at the 94, 95 level. 300 is on deck for ES. These orders right here need to get really filled. You can see there's a lot of orders sitting there, kind of like a wall of sellers. So let's see.
Matt, you ready?
I am ready, sir. Guys, we are 5 seconds away from the New York Open. And 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, motherfuckers.
Whoop, whoop. Nice. Previous week mid.
Ooh.
We're pushing through right now.
Nice.
The question is, are we going to pull back and rug pull NQ, or are we going to go higher?
We are rejecting the top trend line here on ES, or at least trying to. Let's see. They're fighting here on book maps. Oh,
the ES trend line is so much cleaner than the NQ.
Oh, yeah. Really is. Oof. All right, they're getting a rejection here. See if they actually hold it.
Yeah, not a lot of huge orders on the board.
$960 is that next level up that we placed a little nice top tail at on the 1 minute.
Hey,
orders at 60.
Now Matt's Chrome crashed. We lost Matt, but market is pumping. Market is pumping. It's approaching my trend line now.
Yeah,
my
approaching
trend line. 22,985 would be the trend line touch. Welcome back, Matt.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't Chrome. It was the whole connection just winked for a minute.
Huh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay, we are rejecting that. I mean, not a perfect trend line touch on my end. However, close enough.
Yeah, that was a nice little. Wow, that was a really nice reject. ES still rejecting its to this trend line as well. So let's see. Ooh, nice rejection. Oh my god. I'm
intrigued to short this. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that is clean. That is clean. I would like to see VWAP start to creep up here. And then that would give us multiple areas of confluence for a possible short.
Yeah, there needs to be some sort of confirmation, because right now that would be just a coin flip.
This is what I mean, guys. I mean, there's a potential here, and again, we can continue higher, obviously, but there's a potential here that we get a reversal, and this is kind of what we've been seeing. Nice pushes to the upside, and then complete reversals of them. So definitely want to be careful that you're not chasing into these sort of moves.
Very interesting first 5-minute candle here, which obviously we're just 3 minutes into it. If it makes the run to the highs, we're going to hit 23K pretty quickly. If this ends up with a big old selling tail on it, though,
yeah,
could retest VWAP.
Yeah,
Very
that 1 minute candle,
940 to 950 area though.
that 931 candle, the 1 minute, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Why not take out the highs above? Got to be orders for it. Market makers can't move things without orders, guys. There's got to be orders on it.
It is coming back up now, though.
Nice hold of the 920 or 920, 9 EMA on the 1 minute. This is kind of what I'm looking for. Right here, guys. It's a nice little bounce. These are the things I look for. I don't like these top wicks though. You know, usually I would look to take a long if it comes and bounces at one of these trend lines or these EMAs. But the reason I don't like this, we're getting a lot of top wicking. This is the 1 minute chart that I'm looking at here, but this is how I look at entering my trades for scalps and see we're getting some sort of rejection here. So this is not a trade I would take, but what I look at when I'm looking at the 9 EMA. Let's see, this looks like a rejection to me. This looks bearish.
It does, yeah.
Very bearish.
That's
ES,
a retest
very
of
nice
capital
rejection.
now.
Very nice rejection on ES as well. That was so clean. That was so clean.
Yeah, on
I
ES.
really need to start trading ES more.
Well, you might get me to start trading ES if we look at that.
It's super
Damn.
clean, yeah.
That trend line touch was perfect.
Yeah. I feel like ES has just been giving the better moves, honestly. That it's not as volatile as NASDAQ, of course. We all love a good NASDAQ move, but cleaner moves, in my opinion, for sure. We are holding the 21 here on ES or on NASDAQ, so let's see what we get. I'd love to wait for the first 15 minutes of the open.
Yeah,
It's
same.
only 10 minutes more, so let's see what we get.
Gotta stay patient. 6. It's not a barcode yet. And I
Yeah,
hope,
don't curse us, man. Come
I know.
on.
don't
This
jinx
is
it.
actually not. This is not bad.
No, this is fine.
So
This is
far,
fine.
it's okay.
Starting to look like a rug pull here.
Yeah, this top wick on the 5 minute is nasty. Nasty on the NASDAQ.
That's why they call it the NASDAQ.
I turned on my 9 EMA here so you guys can see what I'm looking at on the 5 minute. Well, we are trying to hold here on the NASDAQ, this 918, 917 area. Yes, if I turn that same level on, you can, yep, right there. Perfect retest of that. But I'm not like dying to take this for a long right now just because of these top wicks that we got. This just looks ugly right here. I don't like that on the NASDAQ.
Well, right now we've got wicks in both directions, so kind of need to make up our mind here.
Yep. No, maybe 6 literally just jinxed it.
I will say, and this may move too quick, or it may not be, quite set up perfectly for a trade. But if you're anyone looking for a quick little scalp, if we crack 980, that could get to 23K very, very quickly.
Nice gap down on SPX as well. We could potentially, actually, this is a nice level 252. So if ES starts to get the push up, I think we start filling this gap on SPX, which means ES will have room up to that 315 area. Let's see. This is the gap I'm looking at on SPX. So I would be looking for getting long around, well, safer to say like 300 on ES and then pushing all the way up to like the 315 area. 310 probably.
Yeah, there's nothing really in between. Except like the 312 area on ES. That would certainly be an important level I would look at. Oh man, don't tell me 6 jinxed it. Do
Relax,
not.
guys. We're not even like freaking 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
We still got time. We still got time.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I do like, if we can stay in this range, I do like it. So
If we
I
stay in
think
what
if
range?
sellers start to push in, I mean, we're getting those sellers. You can see here on book maps, those sellers sitting at the 70 level. Let me squeeze down a little bit so you guys can really see this. If I can. Oh, no. So 62 and then 75, and then we don't have a lot of buyers stepping in here, so this could potentially start moving to the downside. I think 900 is going to be key here as well. So we could start getting, we're getting a lot of like bigger selling bubbles coming in here. Not a lot of aggressive sells, but that could change very quickly.
Yeah, feeling a little heavy right now.
Yeah. How's everyone doing in the chat? Are we in any sort of trades right now? Are we long? Are we short? Flat?
Hopefully still flat.
Hopefully flat. Yeah, there's really, unless you took a long at like the 900 area on NASDAQ.
Oh, that's a different story. Yeah.
Yeah, getting some selling coming in here on futures. It's starting to pick up.
Some people got the shorts, some people got the longs, some people flat. We got everything.
I mean, that's the beauty of trading. You can catch both sides. You get good entries too.
A long short at the 22,960s would also be pretty interesting. Lots of selling wicks there, the 1 minute.
Yeah, we're just sort of really trapped between 30 and 50 right now. It seems every time we want to try to break away from those areas, the opposite side brings it right back in. And again, with what's coming on later in the week, we may see a little bit of lighter volume, at least from the big participants, the ones that can really move the markets, right? HFTs and the algos, they can jerk the NQ around 10, 15, 20 points here or there. If we're talking about 100, 200 point moves, cracking through new all-time highs, there needs to be some level of institutions involved in that. I'm not saying BlackRock's, full porting, but to get to those levels, there needs to be institution participation.
Background Nick is full porting, then the market is moving.
To be fair, I mean, it really kind of looks like ES wants to start creating a bull flag here. NASDAQ looks nasty. Oh, yikes.
Did you just say bull flag? Where?
It kind of looks like a little bit, we're flagging here on the 5 minute and then a potential move up. As long as we're holding this, is this my 9 EMA? Yeah, this is my 9 EMA here. As long as we're holding this like 88 zone on ES, I think we might try to make another leg up. NASDAQ does not look like it wants to do that. NASDAQ looks very different. So, at least this is what I'm saying though. ES definitely not in alignment with NASDAQ a lot of times. And it's hard to trade when both are just not synchronized with each other. Again, NASDAQ now below its 9 EMA, ES still hovering above. I think the level that ES would have to break for me to be convinced of taking shorts is this 85 area. I'll go to book maps here and just show you guys what I'm looking at. I didn't even see book maps, to be honest, when I said this, but look at that 284, 285 level is going to be key. So again, you know what? Maybe I'll just trade ES today. Since I keep talking so much about it, I'll just trade ES. So 285 is going to be the key level for us to hold on ES. You can see there's a lot of buyers sitting there on book maps, and its previous resistance turned into now support. So that's going to be what I look for. NASDAQ looking like a lot weaker though, a lot weaker to me. So I think if NASDAQ gets the move down, I think it'll help pull ES as well.
NQ looking like it wants to go tap VWAP there at 885, 886.
Yeah.
Just need an entry. I really want to short that, but I need some sort of a confirmation, maybe in a retest of the 915s, 920.
ugly reversal here that we just got on the NASDAQ. This is what I mean, guys. This is literally what I said in the morning. Like, we could get a nice move up or push in one direction and the complete reversal of it. It's fake outs all left and right. See if these buyers get filled on ES here on book maps. If so, I will look for taking a short here. But let's see. I want to wait.
It's going to be an interesting 50-minute opening range as well.
Yeah. Those orders just got filled on ES as well.
Pretty large.
Wow.
I just took a short.
Dropping.
I just took a short on the NASDAQ, just 1 mini. So I'm in at 68. This might bounce here though. We'll see.
Well, I don't know. It's got room through 60. 800 is the next big orders there.
What's your target on this, Miriam?
I actually want to see 65 clear here because my target's going to be 25 on the NASDAQ.
All right.
What a reversal. Holy cow.
Nice trade. Oh, that opening range is going to be large.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to keep my stop to this 78 level. I don't want to see them reverse here. 80. They look like they want to right now. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to keep it a little bit wider. I'm going to put it to 85.
86 is VWAP.
That'll give me a 20-point stop. I'm happy with that. See, and ES is actually bouncing at VWAP, which is what I don't want to see. So I do want to see us continue to push down further.
We have the 50-minute opening range established in 18 seconds here. And it looks, unless it goes further down in the next 10 seconds, it looks like it's going to be between 22,979 and, well, it had to push further. So let me wait a second.
We might try to bounce at this 48 zone. So let's see.
Yeah. 22,979 and 22,853. It's the 50-minute opening range.
All right. I'm moving my stop to break even here. A little below.
Well done. Very nice.
Right at a demand zone here. So that's really where we could be bouncing. I do want to see the buying pressure or the selling pressure really start to step in here. Otherwise, I will get stopped out of this trade. All right, ES right at VWAP here. I want to see us clear VWAP. I will look to enter another trade here if we continue to get the flush. Otherwise, I will get stopped out of this. Yeah, ES wants to hold here, which I don't like.
Stephen K, what I like to see is that we consolidate at the low of the 50-minute opening range and then break that consolidation to the downside. That makes it more likely. But if we bounce here hard, like, I'm not convinced at all.
I just got stopped out on that too. So nice bounce on VWAP and this demand zone here on the NASDAQ. So I did get stopped out on a $29 profit on that. All right.
Don't spend it all at once.
What's that?
I just said don't spend it all at once.
Yeah, I'll try not to. They'll probably try to stop me out here and continue further. ES actually... See, that's the thing about ES and NASDAQ right now. I want to see ES below VWAP. We did break that 85 level that we were kind of talking about here, which is why I got into that NASDAQ trade. But if NASDAQ continues further here, I think ES will follow as well.
If we crack 840 in the ES, 800's on deck. I don't see a lot.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that as well.
Yeah, 120 points opening range. Also, Boundless, you asked for it. We are consolidating right here, right now. The question is for how long. I had a pretty sick example of that on Thursday. So if you wanna better understand what I meant when I said that, go check out Thursday's 15-minute opening range. We had a consolidation right at the bottom of it and then broke that super clean. I'm looking for a similar setup right here, but only if we stay below VWAP. If we go higher than VWAP, this is invalidated.
Yeah, I think we try to hold here. I think they're going to try to push it up. ES is so much stronger. So what makes it so hard to take these trades? You got to be like in and out quick. ES now needs to get above this, I call it like 90 area with a push up above 95. I'll look for taking longs if we get back above there. Actually getting nice volume coming in here to the upside.
And NASDAQ is pushing now.
Wow. Typical Monday price action, guys. At least, you know, this is why we put our stops in, because I would have been really, really deep red right now if I didn't have that stop.
VWAP not really being respected early here, something to keep in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Now right back at the midpoint of the 50-minute opening range on NQ. But ES is already back up.
ES is strong.
Yeah. ES really wants that break of that trend line, it seems like. Let's see if we can get it.
Well, it's not a boring open.
Yeah, this is I mean, if you want to call this barcoding, then I guess we technically are in a barcode on ES. Might look to enter a potential long here. See, I want to see this candle close first.
NQ or ES?
On NQ. Look at this demand zone on NQ though. That was clean. Right, just
clean.
ticked it. That honestly, that was probably. I wanted to hold the trade. I'm glad I moved to break even, but that was where I really should have gotten out. But you know, we'll see. ES holding on to VWAP was also a level. Not giving me my entry. ES trying to break above its highs here.
NQ starting to get a little bit weaker here.
Well, ES is still trying to break its highs here. Let's see if those buyers or those sellers still there. Not really. 98 is the level on ES, but this order's trying to get.
Hey, scalping trades. W, man. 2,400. Scalping 2 cons at a time with 100% win rate. That's what's up.
Wow.
Well done.
That is great.
Go to bed. Get ready for night shift. NQ has trouble pushing through that 930 level. I'm observing this very closely.
Yeah, I mean, quite a reversal here. It's such an interesting price action observed. So we're getting some buying coming in here on NQ. Well, both ES and NQ stepping in. I would have liked to get an entry closer to the 910 area.
The nuke trader, also big W, 1200 with MNQs.
Wow,
Nice.
Impressive. Really impressive.
Let's give these guys a W in the chat. So, W nuke trader, W scalp and trades. You guys are crushing it.
Good job, guys. Yes, still getting this rejection here. Needs to hold 62.93 now. NASDAQ right to the top of that gap fill.
I would like to see a rejection here for a short on NASDAQ. This might bottom tick me, but I am short on NQ.
Nice. I actually do like that. I'm going to join you on that. Also might have bottom ticked me, but it's okay.
Well, maybe we both got bottom ticked.
We'll
Hopefully
see.
not. Hopefully not. So I'm short from 22,915 with 2 minis.
Oh yeah, I totally got bottom ticked on that.
Yeah, me too. Looks like it.
Let's see. What's your stop?
Stop is at 936,
Okay, nice.
right above that high there. But for that to hold, we really need some weakness now. Otherwise, I will get stopped out on that, which is fine.
Kind of waiting for a little bit of a hitch and go on the Rankos, and just haven't seen it since the open. We're just not getting any area where, I mean, we're getting chopped in certain areas, but we're not getting, you know, a key high or low retracement and then a new higher low. We're just going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we need to see a rejection here.
We did, like, the one thing that concerns me a bit is that we did hold the 9 EMA on the 5 minute.
Yeah.
On NQ.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm
I
out.
just got stopped out of that as well.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
All right.
Probably got stopped out to the tick right there.
Yep. Top tick Nick is back.
That might have been, actually, that was a great entry for a short right there.
Mm-hmm.
905. I'm going to wait for 905 to clear on the NASDAQ for me to... Oh,
Wow, that did...
we got played, Nick.
Oh.
We got played on that one.
Ouch. Well, anyways, on to the next one.
Very barcodey action we're getting here. Yeah, 900 now needs to clear on the NASDAQ if we're going to continue short.
Mm-hmm. I still like that short, not gonna lie.
I know, me too. I might try it one more time.
Yeah, me too. Not yet though. I want a bit more of a move.
I want to see this 900 clear. ES still holding its 9 EMA as well, so I do want to see that clear. Yeah, price action is horrible right now.
Yeah, I hope that those first two candles were not our one move of the day.
Right. That'd be quite annoying. Yeah, lots of these stacked buyers sitting here on book maps at 900. That's why I'm kind of like looking at this zone. And we do have VWAP sitting at 89.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to feel some of those here. All right, I'm going to try this one more time here. Please don't reverse on me. That would just suck. Would like for a nice drop here.
You took the short again?
I did.
What was your entry on it this time?
94.50.
I'm gonna sit this one out for now.
It's not my day. Mondays are tough, guys. Mondays are tough.
Yeah, Tank has told us about that many traders, their worst P&Ls statistically is Mondays.
Oof, yeah. Not my day. Just not my day.
Where's your stop at?
I have it sitting right at 920.
It might hold.
Yeah, looks like it wants to. Yes, getting some selling coming in. Just didn't get my entry really well here. Yeah, getting the buying coming in here. Let's see.
What's your position on this?
I took 5 on this one. So just got stopped out on that. All right, I'm pretty down on the day, guys. Not gonna lie. Took a pretty decent L on these last 2 trades. Lots of like action happening here. Just not getting the best entries today.
Well, Joker, I mean, it makes sense, and you're kind of seeing it play out on this show. I can tell you, for me, Mondays over the past 6 years are, I mean, I'm net profitable, thankfully, but are still the worst day for me. But that was something Tank brought up, so ask Tank tomorrow on that. But he's, you know, I mean, I've been in the education business for some time, but Tank has worked with, you know, has forgotten more traders he's worked with than I remember. So I would ask him. I would ask him that tomorrow. Probably just the layoff. People eager to. I mean, you know, the joke amongst, you know, traders when you become, you know, consistently profitable, it's like everyone's excited, you know, hates to go to work on Monday. Traders are like excited to sit down, right? And so maybe there's just a little bit of too much of, lack of a better term, eagerness, and anytime emotions or eagerness or even reluctance play into our heads, it can lead to trading mistakes.
Yeah, we're just coding here. You know what? For me, this will be my last trade if I do take another one, but it's gonna be below 89. That's what I'll look for NASDAQ. I want to see ES get back below VWAP. I took a pretty decent loss on that last one, so that's what I'll be looking for.
I'm gonna wait until we approach the top of the 50-minute opening range or the bottom of the 50-minute opening range. Unless I see like a super clean bull flag.
Yeah, really choppy here. It's really choppy.
Yeah, we're sitting right at the midpoint of the 50-minute opening range. I literally got top ticked on my stop loss, and then we came down. Well. Miriam, if you want to answer that question from Leah in the chat, I don't know if you want to, but she's asking, how are you feeling emotions-wise? She's curious.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not like I don't want to say like I'm upset or anything like that. Definitely looking at my entries here, not the best entries. It's just one of those days where you just have to be extra patient, and that's just what it is. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not like, I don't really feel, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't feel anything, but I kind of don't really feel anything. It's annoying. I guess that's one way to describe it. But yeah, I mean, it's not something that I'm going to be thinking about the rest of the day. For me, it's like, all right, took a loss, and let's now just get a better entry, because my entries were trash. Not gonna lie, these entries were not good. Right when, like the last one that I took with Nick, that one we just got like stopped out to the tick. So not the best. And this is just kind of where we're consolidating. So right now I'm like, you know what? I'm not looking to take anything until we break out of this range. You can see this range on the NASDAQ right here. Like, we are literally just flirting with this opening gap, or this closing gap right here. So until we can show some sort of sign of breaking above this, and then possibly, 944, 945 would possibly be an entry to get and close the rest of this this gap, or this wick fill right here. That could technically be considered a gap. I think a fair value gap might be one of them that they use. I don't talk fair value gaps, but this could be another area that we potentially move and fill. So that's something that I would be looking for. But right now, yeah, we're just in a range. Now ES looks like it wants to, kind of make the move back down.
Yeah, I think it's a great time to do a marbles race.
Yeah.
What do we think, chat? We're currently sitting at 449 likes. Okay, let's get the stream to 550 likes. Okay, 550 likes, and we're gonna do a marble race. 550 is the goal. So smash that like button if you haven't already.
Yeah, get your shorts ready, because the market might move with this.
Yep. This time
race.
I will short the market when we pull up the marbles.
Man, we are just really stuck. You really could just play this range right now. Short every time it gets to 935. Write it down.
It keeps knocking on that door, though. It's going to kick it in eventually.
Eventually, something's going to happen.
I would so like to short that again from there. All right, where are we sitting at? Likewise, 517. Let's get it to 550, guys. And we're gonna do a marble race for a free 100k advanced account. We're also gonna do another marbles race later for a 150k straight to funded account. Okay, so big boy marble race. But to get into the rhythm, to get into the groove for this week, let's do a 100k advanced account marble race once we hit 550 likes.
Nice. Just can't get above that level.
Nope, it's holding.
We are holding I mean, it looks like we want to try to make the push above, as long as we don't get back down below this 900, 906 area.
Yes, is really holding that trend line, huh?
Yeah. Starting to get some buying coming in here. Oof. Yeah, we're really just stuck in this range. I think the move had happened in the beginning for now.
Yeah, for now, yeah. All right, we are ready. 550 likes, goal achieved. So let's do a marble race for 100K advanced account. As usual, guys, the rules are you have to have liked the stream, you have to be subscribed to the channel, and once I drop the keyword, you only type it once. Do not type it twice, do not type it 3 times, do not type it 4 times, because you are gonna get disqualified by the bot, okay? So if you want to participate in that marble race, the keyword is, no spaces, back to green. One word, no spaces, okay? Just back to green, because Miriam and I, we need to go back to green. Good luck, everybody. I just completely buried your comment there, Miriam.
I know.
Sorry. You were answering somebody, I saw it.
It's all good. It's all good. No, someone was just asking about trend lines and if I think they're a good strategy. I use them with other strategies. I don't just use them by themselves. Typically I like to look for them, to have other levels of confluence with other things. Like typically I don't just see a trend line and take the break. But I will say that if you're looking at a higher level time frame, trend lines typically are pretty good by themselves. It's the lower time frames that tend to be a little bit trickier.
Right. We are consolidating around that gap fill there. 22,935 level is holding on NQ for now.
Yeah, just keep getting the rejections. That's the only thing.
RJ, if you want a 150K growth account and you don't pass it within 30 days, all the following months, it will still be free. This is a completely free account if you win one.
I think we do try to break this.
Break what?
The upside. I think as long as we get into this 42, 43 area, then I think we'll continue higher. There's a lot of sellers though sitting on book maps in those areas, 40 through 45 and then 50. What are you looking at, Matt?
Yeah, the same thing you guys are. Just I'm sitting here, and again, this is why we trade what we see, not what we think. I remain convinced we're going to break out to the upside here.
What convinces you of that move?
I have no idea. I wish I could. I wish I could. And that's why I'm not taking a trade, because I can't quantify it. Right?
Yeah.
It just feels like we want to break up, but we don't trade on feelings. We don't trade on intuition.
Yeah.
We trade when there's a setup. No, Liam, didn't fall asleep. I'm just I'm just staring at both a Renko and a candlestick chart and alternating between. Like I said, for those that don't know, I rearranged my desk. I got a vertical monitor stack for a couple of my monitors, just so I could have bookmap and not have to it's not a good show when you can see the side of my head for half the show. So I adjusted a little bit, but yeah. But again, I mean, I feel I like or feel a certain way, but I don't see a setup. And like I said, we don't trade on hunches.
I'm clutch. I feel like I'm going to win the marble race. Well, did you do your jumping jacks? Only if you did your jumping jacks, you can win. All right, I think we have the marble race ready. So Drew, feel free to pull it up. Market is chopping anyways. So pull up the marbles race and let's race, I guess. Are we ready? Yes, we're ready. Nice. All right, let's drop the marbles and race.
Coming in here right as we announced it.
It's marbles. Marbles move the market.
That's so funny. Every time.
All
This
right.
is our new indicator, guys.
Yeah,
Not financial advice.
the only indicator you need.
Ah, that's hilarious. What is that?
We're in some kind of Shaolin Kung Fu temple here. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And market is dropping. Who
It
would
is
have
very
thought?
cute and squishy.
It is crazy how the market drops every single fucking time we do a marbles race.
It's hilarious at this point. Just comedy.
It is comedy gold. All right, we got Donna in the lead. Oh, eliminated. Never mind. Where's my marble in the lead? Well, where's your marble? There's your marble. Also, Cody Cornwall, runner-up for now. Rajan, Trent Friend, second up. Where's my marble? Still in the lead. Where's my marble? In the loop right now. Trent Friend trying to surpass. Where's my marble? Rajan in the lead. I think Rajan won something on Friday, no?
Not sure.
I rewatched the stream. I think so, but
You would know. Of all people, you would know.
Where's my marble is still in the lead. Okay, I see a lot of people getting eliminated here. We're down to 100. What's that? 17, 77? I can't see it properly. But we only have about half of the marbles left. Currently got Wonders TKG in the lead. Let's see. Cody climbing up into the top 5 again. All right, we got a winner. We got Brandy Berlin. Type something in the chat really quick. You just won a 100K advanced account. Congratulations. Type something in the chat. And also add your email address to your YouTube channel description so we can actually reach out to you and send you your code
Nice.
for a free account. But you got to type something in the chat. Yep, there we go. All right, well done. You won a marbles race.
Congratulations.
As I said, guys, later on, we're going to do a marbles race for 150K straight to funded account, okay? It's going to be a big boy account marbles race. So make sure to stay on the stream and hang around. It's going to be good.
We did make the little move down just to grab some orders, and then now we're trying to head up above this 950 area.
That was just to fake out the marble shorts.
Yeah, exactly. Get your shorts. I told you guys, get your shorts ready, but you had to be quick with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting. I mean, this is quite interesting here. I do kind of agree with your sentiment, Matt, that we made this nice move down, really aggressive rejections here at this 980 level, but definitely held this demand zone. You guys can see this was held perfectly to the tick, and now we're trying to make the move back up. I think right now this target is going to be well in sight, this 970 980 area. ES still needs to break above its highs here, sitting at 297. I think that key area is actually going to be 300 with a move up to this 315 310 zone. So this is the range that we're in, guys. It's the range that we're in. Don't want to diddle in the middle, that's for sure.
Nope. Well, we did already, to be fair.
Yeah, I definitely diddled a lot more in the middle than I wanted to.
Well, it looked nice at first, which is good.
Yeah, I got stopped out on those.
We got top ticked on that stop loss. But I mean, to be fair,
Technically bottom tick for me, but
we would have been stopped out now anyway, so it is fun. It is fine.
Yeah, I looked for a setup there on this break. I just nothing set up on candlesticks or Rankos, and we've got a lot of overhead liquidity layered in there at 60, 65, about 82 and a half, 90, and 23K. So we're going to need some volume to get back up to 23.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Good times. We're getting some volume starting to pick up here.
Honestly, I can't believe that we've made it an hour and 45 minutes without a "what are you doing?"
What are you doing?
It looks like I don't need to. Y'all got it down.
See here if we can actually clear these orders now.
Yeah, ES is going for it. But NQ is catching up.
I feel like volume really dried up too. Clear shot to 90 though. I see some orders there. Thick wall. I mean, we still have to clear the orders at 80 though.
Peroloco, no, I actually wasn't. Nobody can do it as well as Matt.
What are you doing?
Actually, fun fact: Matt is Dr. Phil.
Don't.
I hope not.
Don't put that evil on me.
Yeah, that's just mean.
I thought we were cool, Nick. Damn.
What's wrong with that guy? I have no idea.
What's not wrong with that guy?
Okay.
He's not a doctor, for one.
Yeah. Apparently tried to be a lawyer at one point.
He was Oprah's lawyer. That's how you got to show.
Wild. Let's see. If we get back down to this 945 level and I see buyers start to step in, I would look for this potential long here. But we could start kind of like grinding up here. So
We could. I'm just not convinced because there's still that downtrend line on NQ. Oh man, oh man.
oops.
Yeah, if this doesn't get us something pretty soon, we might have to break out some new impressions.
Man, I know.
Peroloco. Love it. There you go. You have a second one. Miriam, I think people still don't get how you adjusted your rule, because Joker is asking, is your rule 2 losses equal done for the day? Or how do you measure when to stop? Because you changed it now.
No, I'm not. I'm looking to potentially
Oh,
get in
wow.
on, well, this would have been the trade, but
Yeah.
no, yeah, this move right now is just, I was waiting actually more closer to this 40 level, but that's long gone. So we just cleared the orders at 80. Now we have a clear shot to 2300.
Boy, what a reversal off the lows.
Yeah,
Mhm.
quite the move up. Quite the move up. Yeah, never got an entry on that.
Mm-mm.
ES right to 300. Now those orders are sitting there. We need to clear 300. Looks like buyers are starting to step in here.
Yeah, that's we're testing that top of the 50-minute opening range now. Literally sitting at the at the range high. But me personally, I do not like a long here into the 23K level.
Well, this is just, yeah, would be a horrible entry at this point.
Yep.
Need some sort of pullback. I was hoping for a pullback to the 45 level to get in long, but just never got it. TD trade, Miriam seems depressed. No, I just haven't had my matcha, honestly. I'm not caffeinated yet, so I only have my water. Trying to get really into that 300 level on ES. Man, I don't know if we'll get our entry. I don't know.
ES is pushing now, yeah.
What would you be looking for, Nick?
Right now, bull flags. Because like if you get a really clean directional move, either to the upside or the downside, the only logical entry for me is a bull flag. Because you get the move, you consolidate for a bit, basically pause on that move, and then you continue.
If this gives us another rejection here, that'll be quite the move back down.
Yeah, that could be quite a move back down. I might, if I would take that though, I would only take it with like 1 mini. Because the bull flag is already invalidated by now. Except if we're gonna form it over like the next 20 to 30 minutes. Which would mean we're gonna have barcoding for a while.
I would say if we get back down below 68, it might show signs of a potential reversal starting, but got a nice sell order that came in at the 75.
Yeah, Leia, you're right. ES would have given me that bull flag on the 1 minute. You are totally right. But I'm not trading ES, so sucks for me, I guess.
You really should try it. You should try it. Just like for a week, try trading ES.
Well, maybe we should just do the
ES only trades.
No, not ES only trades, but every single one of us, there should be a day.
Uh-oh, we lost Nick.
And he's gone.
I was waiting for him to finish his response. Like, and yeah.
Oh, there goes his Chrome again.
Oh boy. It's great. He'll be back eventually, guys.
Oh, he's already back in the background there.
Yeah.
There he is.
I don't know, but Chrome really likes me to do some cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Like every single time, it's a cliffhanger, and then it breaks. Well, what I was about to say was we should do a day where everybody trades an instrument that they usually don't trade.
Yeah.
That would be
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, and Leia, yes, somebody else already called it out. My P&L does show plus, not minus. That's actually magic. No, it should be a minus, of course.
All right, so it's gonna be a key area we got to hold here. 55, 60 zone on the NASDAQ. I would say 48 be the line in the sand.
It's a Swiss plus, yeah. I'm intrigued to take a short.
I am too, but these just keep getting bought. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, until they don't. Yeah, see?
There it is. Yeah. But we might hold. This is the area I'm looking for.
This is the 9 EMA again on the 5 minute.
Yeah.
I actually, I didn't even tell you, Miriam. I actually started to implement that into my trading, the 9 EMA on the 5 minute because of you.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. It's not gonna lie.
Yeah,
really
it works well. It works well on some days.
Mm-hmm.
I do like
you know, those indicators, moving averages are like a lot like VWAP. You know, there's like Miriam said, there's days where it's just it's very viable, and then there's days where the market just says F your moving average.
It's like, don't really care about this. There's a line here. I do also have this trend line that I just drew on the NASDAQ too. So this is where like my levels of confluence. I have a trend line of the 9 and this level here at this 38. So if we continue further, this might be an entry for a short. We are starting to get the selling coming in here.
I do like the short, not gonna lie, but the entry here just sucks.
Let's see this next 2 minute open. Yeah. Holding. All right.
All right, as in I'm taking a trade.
I'm looking at it. I'm observing. I haven't entered anything. Just don't really love an entry here, not gonna lie.
No, the entry would suck. But we are holding that trend line on NQ.
Yeah.
Really holding it. I would like to see some sort of a pullback now to the upside, and then go for a short at like the 950s maybe.
That's where I was like, yeah, we're on the same page. On the same page.
Y'all starting to think alike. That's creepy.
Well, I guess that's natural when you trade with each other every single day.
This is true. Ah.
Damn it.
Not sure if it wants to give it to us, Nick.
Doesn't look like it for now.
Oof. They're trying.
Alexis, is YouTube the only platform to watch the stream? No.
No elaboration, just no.
Just
Put it
no.
in Matt's words, no. It's also on Twitter, and not sure if we are on Twitch yet, are we? I don't know.
I think we're still
Possibly.
working that out, but
I think Drew is working on it. Paraloco, no, not at all. I mean, at least not my definition of a revenge trade. For me, revenge trading is when you close a position or you get stopped out and you immediately go in again.
Yeah.
Or go into the opposite direction, or like just button click without thinking, that to me is revenge trading. But my last trade that I took was at 3:53, so about 40 minutes ago. So I'm all cool as a cucumber.
never understood that phrase.
Yeah, me neither.
I know.
Still
That was so
funny though.
strange.
Oh,
Alright.
I do like that bear flag here. Might take an entry on that.
All right, I just took a light entry here at 30.5, so I do want to see this flush here come in.
Me too, actually. Lul.
See, it's gonna fucking do it again.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
I want to see us get down to 900. That's what I want.
Yeah, same.
All right. Let's get this pushed down. ES still at VWAP. We need to clear VWAP here.
Dude.
Just doesn't want to give it to us, Nick.
Does not look like it.
My stop is going to be at 46.
Mine is at 46.50.
Nice. This is unbelievable.
Uh-huh. Well, let's just say marbles, 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 marbles,
Yeah.
marbles, 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 marbles. That should give us a flush.
Hopefully.
Come on now. Wait, what did we learn with Coach Tank? We have to scream at the candles. Go down!
Right.
Go down!
Yeah. Yeah, if you continue to do that, then I'm sure it'll work.
Well, not that sure, to be honest.
What is your entry at?
A bit worse than yours, 29.25.
Yeah, not that much worse.
Yeah.
I think if y'all clear 25, you got room all the way down, but you got to get through there, and you got to run some stops underneath it.
Yeah. ES needs to clear VWAP. Really, we're sitting here at this 85.
Let's see. I got a target at TP set at 907.50, and then I would trail the other one. I'm in 2 minis. What's your position, Mary?
I'm in 3.
She a beast?
Clearly not today. Today is not my day, but we'll see.
Well, not yet. Who knows?
Mama
Chip away
said
at
that
this
days like this.
loss. This is the goal.
I just don't like how it's not moving.
It's ES. It's ES really holding VWAP here.
Yeah.
We can get the move down below VWAP. I think we have.
Well, I
room.
mean, recently NQ hasn't been giving a shit about ES, so flush it.
Well, ES hasn't been giving a shit about NQ either.
Oh, yeah. They have not been giving a shit about each other.
They're like, oh, you're doing that? Okay.
Miriam, your entry is 22.930, right? Drew is
930.50.
930.5.
Sorry, Drew. My screen today is on a separate side, so I'm not seeing your messages, but let me pull this up.
It just doesn't want to move. Yet.
Yeah, ES holding VWAP is not convincing.
Gotta open up.
I would have looked to actually add to this if we got below VWAP, but right now, I want to see us reject 40 on NQ.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're getting toasted.
Cooked, as Nick would say.
Yep. Background Nick.
I know, we need him here.
Come on, give us some follow through.
I like the rejection. I do like that rejection at 40 so far. ES also trying to reject its 9.
Yeah, trade king. Always think positive.
But ES is still above VWAP, so that's the only thing. I mean, NASDAQ is 2. NASDAQ is 2, but that would be the target.
It's literally consolidating around our
I know, it's messing with us.
flush.
It's like that one SNL skit where it's like, when will the beat drop? When will the beat drop?
I don't remember that one.
Oh, it's like one of the newer ones, I feel like.
Oh, well, that's why.
It's like he's pretending to be Avicii. Getting some buying coming in here.
Nah, we're holding 30 for now. Unfortunately.
We're just consolidating here.
Sure looks like it, Leah, that we're gonna go up. But I'm not sure. It's consolidating.
Yeah, we're just fighting at this level right now.
Mm-hmm. I just hope I can stay out of that fight.
Yeah, this has been a wild, wild day of price action.
Mm-hmm.
Just horrible with like the entries, and unless you got like some really nice entries, you got some really good trades, but not my day for entries, not gonna lie.
No, same.
Yuck.
Yup.
Stop me out on that.
Not yet for me. But
All right, guys. Not my day. Not my day. It's okay. We'll come back from this.
looks like it's gonna take my order as well.
Yeah, it took mine.
Still in it. Still fighting. Still hanging on. Don't do it, NASDAQ. Don't do it.
Just don't like these buying volumes that like just come in and pull these orders away.
Yeah.
Because then we have some sellers sitting at 955.
Nah, Trader King, I'm not gonna give you 950. I have my buy stop at 946.50. Oh man.
946.50. It looked like it wanted to give it to us for a sec there.
Mm-hmm. For a couple of secs. I still did not get filled on my stop. Wow, okay.
That's great.
Yet.
Yeah, it could reject here. But we're still fucking hoping.
Yet.
Yeah, not the day for me.
But it looks like it's gonna cook me now. Yeah, I got cooked. Damn it.
Oh no.
Oh no. No. All right.
Oh, with that. Yeah. All right. Well,
I think
just a crap day.
Matt is gonna carry the boats today.
Hopefully. Shoot.
Gotta give it time. Gotta give it time here.
Yeah, this is just not, the volume also just feels like so dried up. I don't know about you guys, but ever since the open, I mean, we really just got like a massive drop in the volume.
I mean, yeah, except for the 421 candle. Matt Coggins in the house. Exactly.
950 is on deck here. Try to clear.
Just doesn't seem like we can get any kind of momentum. we get these random huge candles out of nowhere, and then it's just
It's like, yeah, never mind.
Yeah. I this is where I say I'm done for the day for sure. Because when I look at this, I'm like, all right, there's something going on today for me in terms of typically these sort of moves are like my sweet spot, and I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you always get these. No, I'm saying like these are the sort of moves that I look for, that if I get 3 in a row that just like, all right, nothing's working in my favor, then I'm like, you know what? Not my day, and I'm going to take it off. Because
that happens.
Right, exactly. And the other thing too is like, when I look at days like this where it just, the entries are not coming in, like it's just not my day, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to save this for the next day and the rest of this week, because I can come back from a $3,000 loss. That's not an issue to me. The issue is if I continue to sit here and place trade after trade after trade, and now I'm starting to dig myself in a deeper hole, just trying to get myself out of, this loss. So for me, I'm like, clearly there's something going on, whether obviously it's me, but there's something going on where I'm just not getting my entries. I'm not getting my, I'm looking at my entries right now. I'm like, these are horrible entries. And that'll happen to you as a trader, but you got to look at those days and be like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm going to come back on a day that is actually for me and work from there to, take my losses back. So
yeah,
that's just for me. I'm like, you know what, this is just not it. But that's something that I had to get to over time and realize like, crap, there are some days like this where I will just sit and trade and trade and trade until I take back my loss. And for the most part, I could probably do it. The thing is, that's the problem, is like, I could do it, but I don't want to sit here and mentally drain myself trying to make back this loss. I'd rather just get a few nice, good trades in the week and do that.
Yeah.
Because it's just not worth it, guys. Some days are just not worth it.
We got liquidity kind of sandwiching in on both sides of the NQ here. Probably going to get a nice little popper drop here in the next couple of minutes. When the liquidity really kind of tightens up around the price action, usually that's I'd say 2/3 of the time they're ready to run at 20-30 points.
Yeah, they're getting some buying coming in here on NASDAQ, at least 60 area. EA Martin, yeah, just a pullback day for me. That's the thing, like I know I can get back from these sort of days. Like this is not something I'm concerned about, but it's more so, just understanding yourself as a trader. Are you the type of person to sit here and just trade relentlessly until you can, take yourself back? And like, yeah, I'm sure there will be some amazing setups in the afternoon, right? But, if you sit there and just try to like dig yourself out of a hole, it's just mentally not worth it. It's not worth it. Because that's the thing too, like we talked about this last week, like when you get a really good trade in and you just feel good about it and it hit all your setups, all your confluences, everything, and you're just chilling, like those are the trades that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wait for those. I want those.
Yeah.
So
that's knowing when to take your hey, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Nope.
Know when to walk away, know when to run.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not concerned about this. But yeah, I mean this little like what would you call this? What would you call this sort of price action, Matt?
Bullshit.
Man, rough.
Yeah, that's what I'd call it. Bullshit.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, this is very teeter-tottery.
That's not a word.
Is it? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, I'm making it a word, so. weird too. Like when I look at volume here, if you can go to my charts, Drew, real quick. When I look at volume, and I'm not, I like to look at volume in terms of how we grab liquidity, right? Because if I see something like this, right down here is my volume bars. When I see something like this where we get decreasing volume, but a move up, right? Like that to me is not screaming to go long. This to me, it just feels heavy, right? Like when we're decreasing on volume, you can see this downtrend that we're getting in volume, and then we're trying to move back up. I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing that from bulls. So to me, that just shows like just straight fuckery for the rest of the day. like I want to see nice, bars, stacking up with this move up, and not that we're getting even like a crazy move up or anything, but I want to see some volume coming in. And right now, that's what I mean by like all day. It's just felt like the volume has been dry. So not something I really want to see on a day that I'm trading.
We're not seeing follow through today.
Yeah.
Is other than, again, our 840 candle or 940 candle, 945 candle was just consistent selling followed by consistent buying. But when I say follow through, I'm meaning like multiple 5-minute candles or even 2 or 3 minute candles that are moving in the same direction without a lot of wicking, and we're just not seeing a lot of that. And I'm sure you've seen it on Bookmap as well. Usually when you see a bunch of liquidity layer up within 5, 6, 7 points, it gets run. Well, today we're running like half of it and then reversing, which is extremely unusual. So again, that tells me it's algos and HFTs running the show today, right? Which means rather than there being some sort of macro reason for some of those early candles, it was probably just sell orders, sell programs stacking, and then we reached a certain level of price extension, and then the buy programs kicked in. And other than that, it's just bullshit price action. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Marky, how did I miss what? I don't know what you're referring to.
Yes, sir, RJ.
You're on the treadmill right now?
Yeah, I gotta get my steps in.
That's great.
Actually, usually I only use it during meetings. However, I rebuilt my setup, my trading setup, so I can actually go to standing desk mode and the camera follows with it. Oh, that's great.
I'm gonna get motion sickness watching you.
Well, I can walk faster, then it's gonna be even worse. You get used to it.
You got to know when to
Yeah. Well, see, Marky, the volume thing, I'm noticing that on the move up. I mean, the dryness in the volume, yes, was apparent. It doesn't mean we can't get good moves, but in terms of the dryness, like I wouldn't look to go long here. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, I'm like, this would have actually been, it would have tried to give us nice follow through if the volume increased to the downside. And I was watching book maps. Just here's the thing, guys, like sometimes the market just doesn't give it to you. That's what I mean by like, you have to be aware of what you're trading, how you're trading. Like for me, my entries, that's my first indicator that I'm like, this is not my day. And that's okay. Like, but another thing you start to look at is these other things like, all right, volume's kind of dry. We're not really making these significant moves to the upside. Like we're not having follow through, to your point, Matt. And that's just like another reason not to continue trading. So that's what I mean by, when I look at these sort of things on a day like today, I would rather trade on another day. I would rather put on size on another day and just look to enter those, because those are my sort of days. And every day is going to be a day for a certain type of trader. Even as crappy as this looks to me, this is a certain type of trader's dream, right? Like every day the market's going to present itself to a different type of trader. So we're starting to get some push here, but again, the volume's just really low.
Yeah.
Just really low.
Yeah, we're retesting that upper end of the 50-minute opening range again. And the 50, not the 50-minute, but the downtrend line is literally sitting right there at the top of the 50-minute opening range. Danger zone.
Yeah. Lots of sellers stepping in here too. This 980 is going to be going to be a clear a key level as well. 23,000, some sellers sitting there too. I can show you guys my book maps here.
Yeah, I think above 85, we got a pretty straight shot up to 23K. But again, that would be a normal day. Like that was very similar to the trade we all hit on Friday, Miriam. Kind of, you know, cracking above a key area of resistance on the way to 23K. That's just not what we're getting today, right? We're getting, you know, fits and starts. We're making runs at key level and then pulling up 10 points short, right? So, you know, you look at there's, you know, very reliable scalping strategy, especially if you're on something like Bookmap. You know, the 10-point scalp, you know, we're especially on 1,000 level, you know, if we break 90, we're probably going to go to 23K. That's a very reliable scalping strategy, but I wouldn't trust it today because again, we're getting through like key areas of resistance and then pulling up just a little bit short of key levels. Or on the downside, breaking through a level and then pulling up short of the next one. So yeah, I don't know. It has been a very unusual and weird day, but that's okay. I mean, at least we're getting some movement, and I think that portends very well for the rest of the week once we get data and you know, earnings, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a choppy day. ES really range bound. I thought NASDAQ was range bound. ES really in this tight range.
I wonder what happens now on NASDAQ because we're sitting at the top of the 50-minute opening range, right at that downtrend trend line. So are we going to break to 23K and continue, or are we just going to reject it again?
Yeah. Yeah, to your point, Schrodinger's stop loss. That's a great name. You know, market could just be anticipating the data that's coming out this week as well. Not by any means, I would say, surprised by this price action, but it is frustrating when you're trying to get a good entry and you're just getting stopped out. And I would even say too, like my stop losses were not really big stop losses. I think at one point I had a 15-point stop loss, which is pretty small for my normal range. My normal range is about anywhere from 20 to 30 for a stop loss. But considering the movements that we've been getting today, the candles that we've been getting, 15 points I would say is probably more on the average side. But yeah, I mean, it's just been a rough day. It's all good. We'll have those sort of days as traders.
Nice job there, CJ. Good start.
Well done. Maybe he's going to be the first one.
Could be.
First payout from a giveaway account that you won on stream gets matched. So if you get a 3K payout on that 150K straight to funded account, you actually are going to get a 6K payout if you're the first person to get a payout from one of the giveaway accounts. Trade King, do I walk? Yes, I walk. I hope you walk too. Healthy.
It's healthy. How many steps do you think you get in every single day?
My average is 17K.
That's amazing.
That's treadmill easily doubled the amount that I do every day.
Props to you. I need to get me a treadmill, apparently.
Hey, we are getting that break now.
Yeah, NASDAQ is starting to push here. ES still below its level here.
Now, see, this is what I mean. If we break through we've broken through 85, you know, pretty reliably 85 to 90 would get us to 23K, and we're going right into that zone. And already it seems like we're not quite have the juice to get through there. And there is liquidity up there, which tells you, even if there's sellers up there, it means there's nobody on the books right now willing to go up there and sell. So very, very interesting price action to get that close to so many key levels and not hit them.
Still rejecting 90 here on NASDAQ. Could be a nice double top for me. I'm going to tell you this. If we reject here, there's a good chance we might end up back at the lows. But not holding my breath for that either. Yeah, nice double top you guys can see.
It's one thing we don't talk about as much, guys. We have to be able to trust what we see on the charts, and there's days you can't trust anything, and this really appears to be one of them. It's just very unusual price action across the board.
Those seem to be what line is that you have, Matt? I can see your screen. I know everyone else can't see it, but
Monday high.
Can we pull up
Monday's high? Okay.
This is that Spaceman tool that Nick has.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Spaceman. Cool.
Spaceman BTC.
Right back up to, okay, so we've broken 90 now. So to not at least get within a point or two of 23K would be very unusual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ES still has that 6,300. I have SPX on my charts here, as you guys can see. This is the gap that I was mentioning to you guys that we filled literally right to the top here. And that's where ES rejected that 6,300. So that's kind of the point I was trying to make earlier of how I like to trade ES in conjunction with SPX, is I look for these gaps to potentially get filled. And now, you know, the move would now have to be above 300 on ES. And then this, you know, I would say call it 60 on SPX if you guys are options traders out there. But yeah, this is you know, we got this nice gap fill here, but could still potentially continue to reject it. And again, what's that level on ES? 6,300. So that's kind of, again, I like using these because they tend to correspond with specific levels. The gap fills tend to correspond to specific levels on ES. So that's kind of what I look at. But yeah, NASDAQ trying to make this move up to 23,000, but I don't know if it'll get the juice. If, for example, if we get the push on ES to 6,300 and then just get another rejection, NASDAQ I don't see getting above 23,000. At most, it might get to this 23,010 area, but I think we might get another double rejection here as well. But NASDAQ is a little bit stronger now than ES. ES not even close to trying to clear 300.
Yeah, those levels are strong for both of them.
Yeah, definitely a range day. Definitely a range day, especially on ES.
Yeah, we just don't have it to get above 23K right now.
Gotta wait.
Let's get the 1 hour. 1 hour looks good.
Yeah, if we were in it.
Yeah. Yeah, this demand zone was really clean. Really, really clean.
NASDAQ is trying to push up now. Really trying.
Well, this will be Friday's highs that we start approaching here on NQ. Getting some buying coming in on futures.
There we
futures,
go.
mostly on the
Finally got up
NASDAQ.
there.
Okay, there we go. But let's see. ES still struggling at 6,300. You guys can see this wall, just wall of orders on book maps at 6,300. Starting to get some buying coming in. Let's see if we can clear those. I expect a push. There we go. There we go. But we need some sustenance, so we need to like make sure that we're really holding above that. See, because this is not what I like to see. I don't like to see a push up and then a move back down.
Yeah, that would be ugly.
Like we kind of 23,010. That was the area that I mentioned on the NQ. We are getting some buying coming and stepping in here, so we could potentially start to sort of drift higher. But that move that we got, the push up, like the, you know, basically a look above and fail of that 2300 area. or 6,300 area. Same thing happened at that 23,010. So I would want to see us continue to hold at least 97 on ES, and then NASDAQ really where it's sitting right now, 23,000. Because Friday's high is 23,021, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. All right.
Now we're pushing on NQ though. Back to
all of a sudden the buyer woke up there.
The next important level is 23,020. And then next after that will be previous day high at 23,048.75.
Volume did start to pick up a little bit on those last two candles as well on the 5-minute. So that's what I would have wanted to see too. You guys look at my trading view, you can see the volume kind of dropped here and then we started to pick up a little bit more. This is what I wanted to see, you know, stacking volume bars as we're moving up. If I was in a long, that is. All my trades were to the downside.
This is price action follow through, right? Like we follow, you know, got to push up to the 80 level. We did jerk around a little bit there, but we followed through to $23,000. We're following through above. Now it doesn't mean we don't reject right now, but this is the type of follow through these last 3 5-minute candles. Again, strong candles, not a lot of selling wicks that you like to see for these push ups.
Yeah, I think as long as ES can really find acceptance above 6,300, NASDAQ has a nice go. I would say NASDAQ can start to fill this this seller zone up until 23, call it like 23,050. And that would put us at, well, technically Thursday's highs. Is that Thursday's highs? No, that's not Thursday's highs. Technically, like Thursday's open session highs. But see, this double top right here would not.
Yeah, we were just rejected that 23,022 level. I said 21, but like basically the same.
Bull's got to hold it.
I just need some sort of an entry. That's my problem. Like, there's no real entry for me on that move.
Just not convincing. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Hey, Drew,
and again, you gotta trust what you're seeing too, which, meh.
Drew, can we get a poll in the chat to see who's green, red, or flat? Would love to see the numbers of the chat.
Oops. Oops. A minute. Oof. Yeah, I would not, if I was a bull, want to see this rejection. I would want continuation.
Yep. Also, guys, we are going to do a marble race later for a 150K straight to funded account. Okay, so that's an over $500 value. So that's going to be interesting. However, in order to do that giveaway, let's get the stream to 700 likes. Okay, we're sitting at 621. So if you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button really quick and yeah, get us up to 700. And we're not going to do it right at 700, but it is a pre-requirement to even do that giveaway. Hey, we got some W's in the chat. Congrats, Bodie. Plus 418. Living like chess. 2,000 up. Roxanne up 462.
Nice.
W's, guys. Nice.
Good job, guys.
Very nice. Doing well. Up 610 biblical. W. Jose, am I walking to meet you? Well, I don't think I'll get there. I don't think I'll get there at this pace, but hey, who knows? Where do you live? What country is sufficient? You don't have to put the entire address.
We need your full address, social security, and a blood sample, please.
A blood sample. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this 23022 area is going to be interesting to break here. Got to find acceptance above that.
Okay, you live in the UK. I was in the UK this weekend, actually. Where were you? I didn't see you.
You weren't walking to him. Clearly.
Well, I mean, I flew to his country. At least he could have made some effort.
Rude.
Rude? Oh yeah, they're so rude, yeah. You'd like to see a bull flag here for an entry, because we now broke that trend line very cleanly.
Ballsy entry.
Well, you know I like those.
2300 was a nice hold, I will say.
23, wait, what?
23,000. I don't know why I keep saying 2300, guys.
It's about like,
I
wait,
don't know why I
we're
keep
down
saying
that far?
I'm
Damn.
used to looking at ES and talking about those setups. I wish they would just be like the same.
Yeah, this is yeah, this is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, all this bullshit, we're like mostly, at least in comparison to Friday's close, like, you know, basically almost flat on the day.
Yeah.
Mama said there'd be days like this.
There be days like this, you know. We don't get nothing good. Yeah, 300 is going to be key. So far, seeming like a double toppy on NASDAQ.
A double toppy. Double toppy would be a trade with a nice tight stoppy.
So while we're waiting here, guys, we do want to let you know for this week. So we've got a bunch of guests. So tomorrow, Joey Morgan makes his return to Tradeify TV. And so does Tank. It's Tank Tuesday, right? So every Tuesday and Thursday, Tank will be joining us. So we'll have much to talk about with him. On Wednesday, Amos comes back. We just saw him last week. He was a fantastic guest. So we're bringing him back on Wednesday. And then Tyler Trades. You guys remember him from, I think it was our first week or second week of Tradeify TV that we brought Tyler on. So he will be coming back. I guess I got to ask in the behind the scenes if we're allowed to announce our special guest on Friday, because I do think it's been confirmed. Brett teased it on... let me
he sure did.
I will ask on this.
Maybe we can find out. Maybe we can find out. It's not updated on YouTube yet, so
just tag the boss. We'll see what he says.
Let's see, but it's going to be exciting.
NQ getting some selling coming in here. See if we can at least hold around this area. ES still needs to get the push above 300. Rough.
That double top setup on the 1 minute. I don't want to take another short.
Yeah, shorts are just getting destroyed today, apparently. But the setups, it's just the entries, really. It's the entries that I got, at least.
All right, Chat is saying Trump is ready to rant. Is Trump talking now? When is he talking?
I don't see anything.
Reporters walking into the Oval Office, NGU is saying.
Could be, could be.
Marvel race to enlighten the mood. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but get us to 700 likes.
Oh, so he's in a meeting with the Secretary General of NATO. So my guess is they're not going to get on necessarily on tariffs there. They'll be talking about NATO defense spending, Ukraine, Iran, all that stuff. So,
okay.
I mean, doesn't mean if this is Trump, he could talk about anything, but I would guess they're going to, I don't know if it's a photo op or if he's taking questions or. Good times, good times.
Well, depends how you look at it, yeah.
Trying.
We are still pushing up though on NQ. ES is now at that 6,300 level. So, but Miriam, you said you're done for today, right?
Yeah, not my day. There were some setups that I would have been eyeing if I, was looking at these, but just not mentally, mentally for me, it's just not the day. But this bounce actually was the one that I would have been looking forward to go long. 22.95 actually would have been where I entered, which is right around where it bounced at. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no, not. I'm good for the day. I'm gonna wait for a really solid setup day. That's what I'm gonna be looking for.
Makes sense.
So I announced our other guests, guys. So if you two want to fight over who gets to announce Friday, Brett did give us the okay. So
go for it. Let's hear it.
Go for okay. So guys, this Friday, and I believe the time on the graphic, we'll get this put up later, is 8:30. So an hour before the market opens. Or maybe that's just the time of the show. I don't know, have to confirm. But regardless of that, on Friday, T-Trades will be joining us on stream. If you don't know T-Trades, he's one of the biggest names in the space. Who runs a site. He does stuff on YouTube. He is a pretty big deal. So we will be. It will be amazing to welcome him to the show on Friday. So again, that is T-Trades. You can find him on Twitter and on YouTube. But yeah, so we are jam packed with guests. Yeah. Today it's nice, even though the price action's a little wonky. We get to hang with you guys. You get to But yeah, the next 4 days are just packed with guests. So make sure you are a subscriber. Make sure you like the stream. So you can participate in the conversation.
Everybody asking if he's going to do a face reveal. Well, you're going to see. Tune in on Friday.
Yeah. We honestly don't know. We don't know what's coming. We just know that T-Trades will be joining us on Friday.
Just join in on Friday. It's going to be good. Not Friday, not just Friday. Also Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, of course. We have other sick guests. And Coach Tank.
It's gonna be a crazy week. Yeah, it's gonna be a great week.
Hey, I'm taking this bull flag here.
That would have been such a sick trade.
I like this bull flag. I just hope it doesn't.
I want to see them clear this 22 though. I'm watching. I'm not looking to enter, but I'm watching them trying to really push above this.
I just hope
23.020.
Don't get double topped on it.
Yeah. Just be careful.
It is looking nice.
The 1 minute looks kind of, I don't know. These tails that they're putting in on the 1 minute is not the best.
Start the marbles, people are saying. No, not in a short.
Yikes. Yeah, this 5 minute looks not fun.
Gnarly.
It's kind of something similar to what happened on, actually, what happened on Friday, I believe. Let's look at the 30-minute here. Yep, kind of similar.
On what happened on Friday? I wasn't here, so
Just this, you know, like range-bound move until we finally got a rejection and a reversal.
Range-bound bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just be careful, guys, of entering a possible long here because, I mean, honestly, like trading today has been pulling teeth, but yeah, this is not convincing me. ES still rejecting this 300. I don't want to say it. I would be more inclined to take a short than a long with just a stop above the highs. That would be probably a higher probability trade, just seeing how they're not able to get above these levels.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, super slow.
I mean, again, this is not me saying I would take a short necessarily here, but it'd be a higher probability setup, just considering what I'm seeing. Still above the EMAs though, still above 23,000 on NASDAQ. So they could try to hold, they could. It just doesn't look enticing for a long to me.
Yeah, we do have now, assuming this candle doesn't close above 23,020, it'll be 4 straight 5-minute candles with rejections of that level.
Mm-hmm.
I did actually close it at minus 10 points. Was only a 1 minute though. So yikes. Wanted to see more of a follow through.
Yeah,
Well, let's see where it takes us. Where are we sitting with the likes? Because we said 700 likes is a pre-requirement to do another marble race. Not that we're going to do it right at 700. We're sitting at 681. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Slow and steady, nice and easy. We will get there.
Oh yeah, step by step. No pun intended.
All right, so new candle open here, yeah, and we're just sort of pegged to this like 2305 level.
Yes, this looks like a nice short coming in potentially. You guys took a short at that, like these higher levels at like 23,013. I would hold on to this. Let's see if 23,000 can hold here.
Tell this scam. Thank you, a scam. Full port short, yeah, full port Nick. Lil Degen is out this week, unfortunately. He would have.
When do we start letting people take vacations around here? This is bullshit.
Yeah, what is happening?
Well, TD Garage, Friday's highs are sitting at 23,048.50 on NQ. I don't know.
Let's see if 23,000 can break. I really want to see this break. Again, not for my own, like, you know, I want to see them break this. This is like just teetering on it. It's super annoying. 22,990 also has some levels here. You guys can see my book maps chart. I think these shorts are going to try to come in here.
Chepo, we're trading live accounts, not funded accounts.
Yeah, I think these shorts want to come in. Watch 2290, 22,990. If they can't get this back above 23,006.
I may be second guessing myself, but I'm not taking a short here because there's no reason for it to there's 100% reasons for it to go down right now. It's like too perfect of a setup for a move down. Like I don't trust anything I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
It's teasing.
Oh, it is teasing. They're like, ah.
It could also be because of Trump talking right now. So.
Yeah, again, he seems to be, at least some of the comments I'm seeing, it's mostly about sending weapons to Ukraine and NATO-related stuff. Not the only thing about tariffs was he talked about hitting Russia with heavy tariffs if there's not a deal done pretty soon.
Like goal complete. Let me check. No, we're at 699. Almost. We're all just sitting here like watching.
I know, I'm so focused because it's more fun when you're watching like the battles that are happening between, and it's cool when you're watching book maps too because you can just see like they are fighting at these levels. And I think if we clear this 22,990, we'll get a nice flush, and it's so satisfying watching them because you'll see those orders start to get cleared, or at least like right now they're so badly trying to hold on to this level because they know if they flush it here, it's going to go down to 980. Look at that big nice red candle coming in. Let's see. Let me switch to my charts, Drew, just so I can show this beauty unfolding.
Still holding now.
But I do think like watch this 90 right here on book maps. I'm watching right here. See, they keep stepping in. They keep stepping because they know if they flush it, it's gonna go down. Watch. I'm like almost guaranteeing this will happen. Again, not financial advice, but I'm saying like if they come down to this level right here, it's gonna be a nice flush down. It's just so satisfying to watch. That's why.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep that book map up.
Oh, let's see what they do here. See, they keep stepping in. You know what? This is a battle. Whenever I see this happening too, whenever I see them battling at these levels where there's nice buyers stepping in, like in a nice order block, then yeah, we're either going to completely reverse it here or they're going to suck it down. And it's going to be like a tractional move. Oof, see? They're holding it because they know that if they let the orders step below that level, it's not going to be good for bulls. So that's why they held it.
Yeah, Drew, let's try to get Trump talking up on screen. There we go. If we could still see the charts, Drew, if you can make some magic happen, that would be fantastic. If not, don't worry. Drew is pulling some magic here behind the scenes, guys. So put a Drew in the chat. Shout out to producer Drew.
Drew.
That's the trader version of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah. Is there audio being pulled through? I can't hear it if it is.
No, but that's why we have the subtitles.
See, this is also one of those examples where, like, on Bookmax, for example, when I see something like that, I would typically have an order sitting at that 23 or that 22,990 area. Just because I've seen it happen in the past where, like, when we get traction below those levels, the price tends to get momentum and move to the downside. You guys can see we didn't actually get down. We didn't get down to this 90 area. They held it at 95. And so for me, I would have a little bit of I would have a limit order sitting at this 90, and then I would actually let it flush me into possibly 80, and then I would just have a stop sitting at like 95 or something, or even 2300. But those are some of the scalp moves that I look for on Bookmaps too, when I'm seeing them fight at a certain level, and especially like, I mean, going back to my trading view here, you can see that this 9 EMA was sitting right at that 95 area that they held. So for me, that would give me another level of that's 3 levels of confluence. That would be rejection of the highs, getting those Bookmaps orders, but then also seeing this 9 EMA. And if we got that flush, you have room at least to like the 75 and then possibly down to 50s. So those are the kind of scalp moves that I look for too. Just quick 10, 15, even 20 point scalps.
Mm-hmm.
But you could see we held really nicely, right at 95.
At 990, 995 level.
Mm-hmm.
It's strong. It is strong.
Yeah, still in this area though. This little weird zone we're in.
I mean, ES is pushing though, sitting at 630.
Yeah, ES is now above 300. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if NQ follows, it should push up to the 23,050 level. So it would go to previous day high, which is Friday's high.
Yeah. Getting some buying pressure coming in here.
So when I was previously upstairs, I apparently didn't close the door properly. So I said we weren't going to have a guest on the show today, but that may change very shortly.
Oh boy.
Which one is coming? Dog or cat?
Oh.
Sweet.
Beauty.
That should get the likes up.
There you go.
Oh. Boy or girl?
She does like when I leave the door open. She does like coming down here and hopping up on my desk. You want to come up here? All right.
Oh. What's this one's name?
This is Margie.
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 Does she just hang out like that, like on your shoulders?
No, normally if I'm I'm up against my desk here. No, you cannot go over there. Absolutely not. Normally I'm when I'm doing the show, I'm up against my desk. Usually I'm back a couple of feet, and she likes to sit on the lap.
Oh.
Sweet.
Makes me miss my cat.
Oh, we have another one down here.
Another one.
Oops.
Yeah, he won't come over here. He did.
Do they get along?
Like yeah.
Oof.
Alice,
Hey.
you want to be on TV? He says, "Fuck you."
Hey Matt.
Like
Failed trader in the chat says, let him pick if buy or sell position and how many minis.
yeah.
Failed trader, I guess that's how you got your username here on YouTube. If you let your cat pick your trading. Wow. It's
Well,
like
the big guy's getting hungry. That's why he's down here.
it's like the chicken trader. Still love that guy.
The chicken trader. I remember
Yeah.
that.
It's like I think
That's
he's
the whole
called,
thing?
I think he's called Prop Firm Kid on IG.
Nice.
Just lets his chicken choose the trades.
That's hilarious. I love when that happens. It's like it picks like the indice, right? And then it.
Yeah, something like that. And then the session, and then like the RR. Yeah, something like that.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
God,
Yeah.
these projections we're getting on the NASDAQ.
Yeah, this 23K level is just we can't get away from it now. Like we had trouble getting up to it,
Yeah.
and now it
Not looking too hot. Not
Yeah.
looking too hot. Let's
They
see if
really
this
like
90
that.
level breaks here. 95 still holding though.
We are still holding the 9 EMA on the 5 minute for now.
Yeah. 3,000 or 23,000 still holding too.
Yeah, I know, Obaid. He actually did get funded with that chicken. Kind of funny.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
That's hilarious.
did the
even
chicken get a
profit.
payout? Like, you know,
The chicken got a payout?
did the
I'm
chicken
not-
get a payout? I was asking.
I'm
Oh.
not sure. I'm not sure.
That would be amazing. See if this.
That's
90
right, guys. If a chicken can do it, y'all can do it.
Yep. Call it the chicken indicator.
Yeah, Drew, feel free to pull it up. Now we got Trump and book maps. Trump maps.
Oh, we got both? We can do both.
Don't worry, guys. Typing marble race in the chat is not going to do anything. We are going to do a marble race. Don't worry. I mean, come on. I'm here, so we are going to do marble races. Oh, I love our
Okay.
chat. I love our chat. You guys are awesome.
Hmm.
Now I'm just waiting for the dog to wander down here.
How many animals we have?
Right now, it's 4 cats and a dog.
4 cats and a dog. I love it.
4 cats and a dog. It's a
Ooh,
lot of
they are
pets,
valuable.
Matt.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's our blended family. My fiance had 5 cats when she had more than 5 cats when we got together. She worked at in an animal shelter, and volunteered and worked at an animal shelter for many years. So she's brought a lot home.
Oh yeah, that would be. There's no chance. If I worked at an animal shelter, I would bring home probably an animal every week.
Well, the
Ooh,
orange
they're
one that
fun.
I just pulled, Margie, she actually was a stray. My fiance found her
Oh,
on a very, very cold night, like in her neighbor's bush,
oh,
and brought her in.
sad.
She's our resident crackhead.
Crackhead. Okay.
Mhm. Sleeps for about 23 and a half hours per day, and then you just walk upstairs and you'll just see her randomly running from room to room.
Hey, Miriam, did you see that 1 minute candle? How it pushed up? But
Yeah,
it
I
went
saw
a
that.
bit lower, like to the 91.
Yep. Yep.
91 level.
I see what they're
immediately
doing.
back up.
I see what they're doing. Those rats. Your cat's like, rats? Where?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We got a lot of little critters outside around here. Thankfully, none inside.
That's good. Well, you have plenty of pest control.
Yeah, don't we though? See them downstairs. I'll just put all 4 cats down here.
Yeah.
So whoever brings me one of them gets fed tonight.
Nice. My cat used to bring me dead animals all the time. It was quite cute, actually.
I'm
One of my
glad
friends in high school, his parents had a couple of rescue cats that were indoor outdoor cats, and to show their appreciation, they would bring parts of things So yeah, anytime you're going to his front yard or front door, you're stepping over some sort of like arm guts.
Nice.
I'm glad my cats can't go outside.
We are talking tariffs now, guys. If you're watching the subtitles, he is talking about EU.
The tariffs with EU.
We're really just barcoding in this zone right now.
Yep. It's a Tradeify TV barcode, everybody.
Yeah, they need to make a move.
We should do a marble race, I feel like.
I think we should.
And we reached the like goal too. So I'll set up a keyword here with Drew, and then we're gonna see a move.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, Nick, you don't want to make it easy on him, do you?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Wow. Yeah.
If somebody guesses that keyword, I'll gift you 150K straight to funded account.
Dang.
Everybody trying to get the keyword. All right. We have it ready, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. As usual, you have to like the stream, you have to subscribe to the channel, and once I drop the keyword, you have to type it only once, okay? Not 2 times, not 3 times, not 4 times, only once, because otherwise you are gonna get disqualified. Now, keep in mind, there's not gonna be any spacing in between the keyword, okay? It's just one long word, and the keyword is marbles move the market. Now let's see how the market is gonna
I love how many people were trying to guess sunflower.
Yeah.
We'll keep coming back to the sunflower.
Yeah.
Of course. There were boxers, not shorts, by the way.
Oh, that was great. Good times.
Good times. Good times.
Good times, yeah.
I don't know. Speaking of Saturday Night Live skits, I don't know how many of you remember or are old enough to see those ones with well, there was a few, but the first two with Alec Baldwin as Pete Schweddy on Delicious Dish and an NPR radio show.
No, I don't remember that.
I have no idea.
I will send. I will put the links in the Slack later. Yeah. Good times. Good times.
End of story. Hey, marbles move that market. Come on.
Watch us get a nice dump now.
Well, it better.
Man, this supply zone is really just.
Yeah, we can't get any divergence from 23K right now.
Oh, it just likes to level.
Really, this 10-point handle we've been in has just been rough.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Marbles move the market. So, Drew, whenever we have the first 300, feel free to pull up the race. And then we're gonna race. Sorry, Gera RSL. Can't wait any longer. Once we pull up the marbles, you better close that long. Because the supernova marble race is coming. All right, Drew, feel free to drop them.
Space, the final frontier.
If the market drops now, I'm going to use that as an indicator from now on. Just saying. Juan in the lead right now. By the way, guys, this is for a 150k straight to funded account. I forgot to say that. This is the big boy marble race.
Dang. Wow, we really are in outer space here.
The big boy marble race is what this is. This is a sick track.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie, this is epic. What's some Drew picked my new favorite with that one.
James. Yeah, it might be an alien's colon for sure. Alien anus.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Not Satan's anus this time. Oh.
We've gone to warp.
Yeah, clearly. This is actually a dope one. I like
This is
one.
trippy.
Mm-hmm.
It is really cool. Tariff Trader in the lead right now. Speeding. Took it left at Uranus. Yes.
Are we visiting every single planet? What is this?
Apparently, goddamn.
Apparently. I mean, it's for a 150k straight to funded account. Come on. We better.
Man.
We better.
Going around Saturn's rings like 10 times. Who's in the lead here? I can't even see that. I lost track of what planet we're on.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Vola saying this is one of the worst tracks in the entire game. It's super long and there really isn't any obstacles. Yeah, but guess what? This is for a 150k straight to funded account. This better be long.
Vala knows because he's the king of marble races.
Vola has done all of them.
Like, I've done this one.
Can y'all just wake me when it's over?
He's like, I've done this one 23 times.
Oh, he just got past there at the end. Damn.
Damn.
Or do we still have to go to like the Andromeda Galaxy now? And
yeah, that's just the first galaxy actually, and we're gonna go through all of them.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, there's a little obstacle. Nice.
thing's longer than a Marvel movie.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's a marble movie. That's why.
Do we get a good post-credit scene afterwards?
Yeah.
Well,
The post-credit scene is NASDAQ dumping as it's trying to do right now.
yeah. See, the marble race moves the market.
There it
Told
is.
you.
Miriam, I know you and your significant other just went through the Infinity Saga. Me and my fiance are just kind of starting that. We just watched the first Iron Man last week.
Nice.
It's going to take us time. It's going to take us probably a year or two to get through all of them.
Yeah.
We just have so much going on. It's hard to you know, it's bad enough to sit and try and watch like a TV show and, you know, just do a 2.5 hour movie.
No, I get it. It took
All
us
right.
like 2 months.
Guys, we got our winner here. Wildberries234. You won a 150k straight to fund account. Congrats. I saw you already typed, so that's good. Now just make sure to add your email address to your YouTube channel description and we will reach out to you. It's going to be next week because Background Nick is out this week. But next week, he's going to send you your code. Congratulations.
Nice. Congrats.
Congrats, everybody else, for trying. You are going to have more opportunities, so don't worry. Don't worry.
And Gabby says she's coming for Drew. Drew's like, I'm just the producer.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Drew's the mastermind behind it all this whole time. He's the one controlling all the marbles.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious if we found out he was doing that. I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be hilarious.
Drew taking it on. Let's go. Get in the ring, he says.
Dang.
Hey, Drew. Okay.
Hey, be careful. It's always the quiet ones.
Yeah,
It's always the quiet
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
this is true. This is true. Man, we really are just stuck in this 10-point range. I thought, oh man, you know what?
What?
Rough. This is just rough.
You're still waiting for that flush, huh?
I mean, not even to take the trade. I just want
No,
them to
I know. Just
freaking flush it. But yeah,
just for the flush.
this is just
Yeah.
painful.
Well, it wouldn't be Tradeify TV with a lot of barcoding action here, guys. So I think as we kind of go into our last 45 here. So I haven't found anything I really like. I haven't even found a B trade today. I don't think, let alone an A-, A+ trade. You guys both taking a few nibbles, nothing really confirming. This is kind of just one of those days, right? And we haven't had a ton of them on the stream yet where, really none of us find really nice A+ setups that confirm. So I think this should tell you something, guys. I think, we've moved up and down and we're, what are we up 0.2% on the day for the NQ. But just because there's movement doesn't mean it's always tradable. And that's one of the toughest things to master as a trader. And I don't know if you two agree with this or not, is just really knowing what days, like obviously you don't know until the day is done if it was a good trading day in terms of your setups, confirmations, et cetera, but some days are just so hard to get a handle on, and I have not felt comfortable watching this price action all morning. When you guys run into days like this where there's just not a ton of confirmation, how do you avoid like really over trading? Like, Mary, you took a few shots, but you're still like, it doesn't even a third of your Friday, right? So I guess just, I'm sure this is a question, and I've seen a lot of people like, how do we all process days like today? Because for me today, without finding anything yet, maybe something pops up in the last 45, like this is more frustrating to me than a losing day where there's just nothing to trade. Like I'm legit pissed at the markets right now.
Yeah, it really is difficult. I mean, that's what I mean by you have to recognize that and recognize it early of days like this that are just not working out in your favor, and just be protective of your losses. Like, always be mindful of like what you're going to be losing versus what you could potentially make. And on a day like this, for me especially, losing this amount and then just trying to find another trade, like that doesn't make sense to me. So for me, like I said, I recognize this early, and especially looking at my entries.
There goes Nick again.
Oh, there he goes. He's gone. But I mean, especially looking at my entries, I'm like, you know what? Today was just not the day. It was just not the day. And we're going to have days like that. And that's totally fine. But understanding too, just because the market did what it did today doesn't mean that we can't have a really good, solid setup tomorrow or the next day or the next day after that. So for me, I'm going to be, I had a really great week last week. I mean, I know I had like a really solid Thursday and Friday, but for me, like my whole week was just amazing. So on a day like this, yeah, it's annoying, but I'm not going into, the rest of my day just with my head down and pouting. I'm like, all right, today wasn't my day. Maybe tomorrow will be, or Wednesday or whatever. And so being protective of these losses, like this is probably my biggest loss that I've taken on the stream. But to me, something like this is not like a massive problem in my risk realm, because for me, something like this, I can, usually like get my way out of it in this week. So at least break even on it. That's not an issue. And especially if I take, the next trades that I take on the stream are like, just a couple minis or one mini, just to kind of pull myself out of that. But yeah, I think it's just understanding and being done, like from a mental side, not even just like the financial side of like taking a loss, but understanding on days like this, it's not even mentally worth it. Like, even if you sat here, even if me and Nick sat here and we're like, all right, let's try to reduce the losses that we put on the day. Mentally, it's not even worth it, right? There were a few trades that I did see that I was like, oh, this would be a great entry. And they actually would have ended up working out. Shit, I probably would have gotten my whole losses back on the day. But you have to look at that and be like, is that mentally even worth my time? And some days it is, some days it's not. Today is not one of those days for me. So I'd rather get in on a day that like feels good, because I feel like that's another thing too. Like for me, when I look at trades, when I look at days, there are certain days for me where I'm just like, yes, this feels good, this looks good, the confluences are there, like and the follow through is there. And those are the days that I thrive. And I know what those days look and feel like. Today was not one of those days. Today for me was like, all right, like I'll put on a trade here. But it wasn't anything that I was like absolutely in love with. So I want one of those days. And I think that's where I'll be, more mindful of going into this week with the data, with earnings. And hopefully we just get better movement. That's just kind of where I stand right now. So what about you?
Yeah,
Nick,
for me, yeah, I'm back, right, with the audio. It's good.
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, cool. For me, I see it in a very, very similar fashion as you, Miriam. I mean, my daily loss limit is $1,000, right? Give or take, 1,175 is pretty much $1,000 for me. That is where I feel very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable stopping. Because at the end of the day, I know on a good day I can make like 2-3K. So on a good day, I can make like 2 or 3 times of what I lose in a very bad day, and $1,000 is a very bad day, in my opinion. Not necessarily in terms of my trading, just in terms of my P&L, and I do not like to go further down than that. However, for the trading, I mean, similar to what you said, Miriam, the setups were not like very, very good, but there were setups. Like I wouldn't be mad if I took these trades again, because they seemed logical at the time. They made sense at the time. If you look at it in hindsight, obviously, was a mistake, but that's okay. It's part of the journey, and winning is part of the journey too. So there will be days where we have fucking 5 green trades in a row, and there will be days we have 2-3 red trades in a row, and then we stop. So yeah, just protect the losses and maximize the profits, I guess.
Yeah.
These are the days that actually make trading accounts, right? Because if you're compounding mistakes on a day like today, this is where you can give away profits from another great day, right? Like if you're if you made $2,000 trading on Friday and you lost $300-400 today, took your shots, no problem, right? But if you made $2,000 on Friday and today you lost $1,900 or the full $2,000, right? Like the avoiding huge losses, like what's your, if you're averaging 5,000 a week, right? Making sure you don't lose 2 or 3 in a day, right? Or if you're making, if you average 1,000 a week, don't lose $500 in a single day. If you're averaging, as Miriam does, $10,000 a day, sometime, don't lose 7,000 or 8,000 on a particular day, right? These days where you're not seeing a lot of confirmation, or like at least in my case, not seeing good setups, and yet over trading them anyway, are the days that really ruin accounts. Now, yes, when you're a newer trader and you're just having losses stacking on each other, all right, okay. But once you've kind of begun to figure out the game a little bit, once you've begun to have some levels of success, right, where you're generating, maybe you're not at the consistency that you want, but most weeks you're finishing green, even if it's just by a few $100. Having a multi-$1,000 day, or a lot of you guys that have been in evals, you need to, for a basic 50K eval, typically you need to make 3K before you lose 2, right? Maybe you get up 2,700 and then you lose 2,000, right? Now you're, depending on your drawdown, you're knocking on the door of failing the eval when you were, one solid trade away from passing it. So it's important to recognize when these days are happening and to avoid over trading. Now, that doesn't mean, again, you will see, if any of us see a really nice setup coming in the next, half hour plus that we're with you, we'll take it. But we also need to understand and recognize that there's just some days that are just not conducive to the style of trading that we all like to do.
Yeah, that is really important. And I mean, you guys can see like good Lord, we have just been in this range. Like, I hope no one's trading this. I really hope no one's trading this, unless this is your style of trading where you just literally trade the range. Definitely not any of usually not any of ours. I don't know. I don't think Nick trades a range bound day, but
I do.
But even this, like 10
points. It depends on the day. It depends on like how the range is looking.
Yeah. Just, I mean, you wouldn't trade this range, would you?
Not
Hopefully
really.
the answer is no, because this is literally like
really,
just
no. It would need to be a bit larger than that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this range that we've been getting is 10 points. Literally 10 points. Like, maybe call it 20, maybe, if you're lucky and you get like the bottoms and the tops. But it's really just, it's really, really painful to watch this. And to your point, Matt, this is actually more frustrating than taking a loss, is just like watching a day like this. You know, it's just really like tough to trade this. And this is the thing, like, you would have had to have already been in the trade, right? Like, there's no entries for me here. There's no entries. Like, I'm looking for, if I had gotten in around here, right, for a long, then yeah, I would just be setting a stop loss and walking away at this point, because there's nothing to watch. So it's just just got to be aware of that and walk away when you need to.
All right, so guys, just to as we come into our final half hour of the show today, I want to take just kind of a review of what's coming for you this week. So Tuesday and Thursday, we got Tank, right? Coach Tank will be with us for 30 to 45 minutes, depending. So get your questions ready for him. Tomorrow, we will be joined by Joey Morgan, who has been on the show in the past, as well as Wednesday, we'll be joined by Amos, who was with us last week. Did a fantastic job. I know a lot of people were in the Discord and in the emailing support asking to have him back. So you've asked, we have answered. So he will be back. Tyler Trades will be with us on Thursday, and last but certainly not least, on Friday, T Trades will be joining us, the legend himself. So cannot wait. So for the last 30 minutes, and if something breaks down, we will be happy to jump in. We will take your questions. So any trading related questions that you have, maybe even some non-trading related questions, now is the time to ask them, because honestly, guys, we love taking questions. We love engaging with the chat. The rest of this week, it's going to be tough to squeeze in a lot because of how many, again, between Tank's 2 appearances, you're looking at 6 guests over the course of the next 4 days of the show. So things will get a little tight, and especially if the markets are trading well later this week, which I anticipate that they will be. It's going to be tough to get some of those questions answered. So take the opportunity now. If you have any trading related questions or just some fun questions for the last 30 minutes, now's the time.
Yeah, anything else you guys want us to look at too? If there's any other charts, feel free to let us know as well.
I'm back sitting now, finally. That was 5,500 steps. That easy.
Wow. How long were you even walking for?
I have no idea. I have no idea. When did I start? Well, usually 6,000 steps, like an hour gives you about 6,000 steps. I would say 55 minutes-ish.
That's great. Good for you.
Somebody's still putting in marbles, move the market. Dude, make sure you're watching live. This giveaway is over.
Yeah, that was half hour ago.
Yep.
What are you doing?
There we go.
There it is. There it is. It only took him 3.5 hours to do it.
I can't. Dr. Phil can't overstay his welcome.
All right, we got questions in the chat. Cat B, what is your main trading model? Let's kick it around the circle here. Matt, what is your main trading model?
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by trading model. Typically, I'm looking for new short-term highs or lows, pullbacks, and then a kind of a basic hitch and go, almost a modification on the cup and handle pattern. But I'll look for that on the Rankos. I'll also trade VWAP based trades, so either rejections or confirmations above below VWAP, +1 -1 standard deviation. There's certain candlestick patterns I'll really like if they're near key areas. So for example, we've talked about how important 23K is. So let's say we were sitting at like 22,940 and we get a bullish engulfing. That's probably going to lead me into at least a small position trade. So that's basically kind of what I do. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, nice. Mary?
Yeah, I'm kind of similar. I have usually like just support resistance, and then looking for retests of certain areas. I love me a good trend day. Those are my favorite days to trade. Obviously, most people do, but those are the days where, if you get a nice trend day up, for example, every pullback that you get to, say like the 9 EMA, that's typically when I get in. I think that was actually Friday that we had one of the days on 4th of July week is when we had that. And it was just a beautiful day. Nice trend day up, and every pullback to the 9 EMA was an entry for me. So those are usually my best bread and butter sort of setups. I like to look for multiple levels of confluence. So for example, like, I was telling you guys a certain area, like if I'm looking at this, for example, for a seller zone, right? Like we're getting obviously this, constant rejection of the seller area. I would be looking for, the 9 EMA to, the price to open up below the 9 EMA. And then if we had a nice trend line also sitting there, that's 3 levels of confluence for me that usually trigger a trade below a certain level. So I like to look for those sort of things. I know you guys see me use trend lines, but those are not my main form of trading, especially on a lower time frame. I do like to use them again with other levels of confluence. So that's kind of like my key thing. So retests, breaks of certain levels or areas, or rejections of certain levels or areas, and then usually I'll have VWAP and the 9 EMA as my kind of trigger points as well.
Nice. For me, it's main setup is bull flags and bear flags on the 1 minute. But then also I do trade level rejections, level bounces, basically. Also coupled with trend lines as well as VWAP, and started implementing the 9 EMA because of Miriam. And that seems to be working really well so far. So I'll keep you updated on that.
Nice.
Let's see, further questions. Where did it go? I had one before. Oh yeah, do you trade, or like, do you go out of trades by scaling out or all in, all out? I'll take this one first. For me, I honestly like going all in, all out. Sometimes I do trail, but honestly, I just like that full TP hit, What about you guys?
Yeah, that'll be kind of dependent on the day and the trade. I'm usually more of like I scale out of a trade, especially on a momentum trade. I typically don't like to like trail my stop loss and all that, but it depends. It's kind of one of those where I go with it with, if it's moving, like if it's really just moving on me and it's like there's no sense of pullback and I'm just like in the trade, I'm in the money, I'll trail my stop. I will just trail my stop, and at that point I'm looking for a potential reversal. So for me, that's where I'll like take all of it off on the table. If it's one of those like shorter, more stair step kind of trades, that's when I'll scale out and I'll have a little bit more time to analyze the trade. So it just kind of depends on the trade for me. But yeah, those momentum moves those are the ones I love the most. That's the one I actually caught for like 90 plus points when we had that nice drop on Thursday night. It was Thursday night. This nice drop that we got here. Where is it? This one. This was clean. This is the one that I literally just held on to my whole position. I just kept trailing my stop. There was literally no pullbacks on these candles. So these are the sort of trades where I'll just hold my position until full take profit. I think I got out right around here. That's where I got out. And then I start to really trail like tightly on these sort of moves. But if we get something like this, right? or we're just kind of like slowly moving up, I'll just take a few off, at certain levels, maybe hold one. I like to move my stop to break even as quickly as possible. That's another thing about my trades. If they don't give me the move, typically I'm like, all right, I don't like waiting for this trade. I'm not patient with my trades like that. So I like to get in and out as quickly as possible. But if it's like a nice trend day, there's no reason for me to get out of the trade. So I'll hold on to my position as long as I can, if that's the case.
Yeah, I typically will scale out. Yeah, you don't see that a lot when I'm doing it here, just because if I'm only in one or two minis. Typically, if I'm trading on a personal account, I've been up to if I do 3 minis or more, I will scale out usually in thirds. Sometimes I'll go 20 to 25 micros and scale out in multiple tranches. It also depends on obviously on how the trade's going as well. If we get a good run, in the NQ, once you hit 20, 25 handles, you got to be thinking at least about taking partial profit, especially on days like today where it's just a lot of up and down. So it's a little more kind of dependent on how I'm feeling about the trade. If I'm feeling really confident on it, you guys saw the trade we all made last Friday. That was as A+ a setup as we've had since we started streaming on this show. Mm-hmm. So I let the whole thing ride out to the profit target. So usually I will take, especially if it's 3 or 4 minis, I will take at least one off as quickly as 10 to 12 to 15 handles into the trade, just because at that point I've reduced risk. I put a little money in my pocket, and at that point, it makes sense to me, and that's how I've taken. I just remember when I first started doing that years ago, I took my average winner, and I was mostly trading small amounts of micros when I first was in my own live account. But I would do, I took my average winner in just a couple of weeks, but scaling out from about a little over $300 to a little over $400. So, I mean, again, that's basically, add that up over many trades, and then we scale up a little more. And guys, there's really only 2 steps to being successful in trading. It's find a winning strategy and scale it, right? Now, yes, there's a lot of steps and a lot of skills that are involved in that. But again, it's if you can find a strategy that makes you, on average, $500 a week with 3 micros, all you got to do is scale it. You don't go 3 micros to 3 minis overnight. It should take you several months, if not longer, to get there. But that's really all there is to it.
Mm-hmm. DL, I see your question. When you get a trade where you trail, how do you choose the trailing point? So I monitor my trades on the 2 and the 1 minute. So when I'm looking at the opening candles, or at least like the range of the candles, I'll usually scale it to like the previous candle's close, or wherever the previous candle was, I'll take a look at that. So yeah, but I monitor on a really, really low time frame, which is why I'm able to kind of scale really quickly. But if I see like a momentum candle, I am scaling that real tight, real tight. So I'll keep moving my stop really closely.
The market is moving out of that consolidation now.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
Look at the volume, though. The volume is just so dried up today.
Yeah.
That is very low volume that we've gotten on the day so far.
It's already rejecting it.
Yeah, it's about right.
About the midpoint of this supply zone, yeah. That's where we're sitting.
This long a consolidation, I never trust the first move out, ever.
Yeah, oftentimes these are fake outs kind of moves.
Like I said, guys, if you were already in a trade from before any of this chop, then, I mean, obviously there's no reason of getting out of it, in my opinion, but, it's hard to find an entry when you're sitting all the way at these highs. This 23,000 you guys can see was really key. ES, the 6,300, also a very key level. And now we are approaching the seller area, sitting at this 63, I call it 6309, all the way up to 6312 and even 15. Looking at book maps here, just want to see if there's any orders sitting at those levels. Yeah, 6305 now has strong sellers sitting there. You guys can see this level here, really thick wall of sellers. 6297 is probably going to be another key area for us to hold as well. I know we're well above that right now, but just something to consider for if we do get back down. And then I don't know why it doesn't let me scroll sometimes, but yeah, I would expect that if we get above this, then we have a shot to 6310.
Let's see. Let's see.
I'm gonna move back and forth on these. I feel like it doesn't let me scroll sometimes. Yeah, 23,050 is gonna be that next level up. Still that same level that we talked about earlier.
Matt, you're looking at Renkos right now. Anything you're seeing there?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Well,
Now up here, I would need to see the only thing I think would be valid for a play would be a breakdown below 23,000 and kind of a hitch and go at that point.
yeah. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
Siggs, you got the right idea, and that's actually what I do very often. Especially before I was streaming, I would have gotten up and walked away an hour ago. Set a couple of I said that's why I love TradingView. It has its limitations, certainly, and it's not the best to execute trades through. But I love the fact that it's, you download the mobile app and you can set alerts on your desktop, and they'll push them right to the mobile app. And I've tested it. It's usually only 1 or 2 seconds of latency. And so, if you're looking for a key area, like I hesitate to think how much more we have to the upside, but if I were to step away now, I probably set an alert maybe 10, 15 handles below the 23K level. And if it gets triggered, all right, I'll pop in and see if there's anything imminent. But it's, again, sitting and staring at the screen and talking yourself into trades is a problem I used to have. Thankfully, not as much anymore. But again, it's not about, as I've said many times in the show, my emotions are probably just as, if not stronger, than they were when I first started trading. The difference is they don't influence my decision making, but they're there. Still feel really, really good after a win, frustrated and pissed after a loss, or like right now when there's just not much going on, it's frustrating. But it is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is what it is. Hey, by the way, we never even said that, but the chat is 54% green again, 31% red, and 15% flat. But I don't know how this is happening, but our chat is crushing it. So W's in the chat for the chat, I guess. W chat.
W's in the chat for the chat.
Pat yourselves on the back.
Yep. Well done. Well done.
These sort of earnings. Let's look at what earnings are coming out this week as well. I know the banks are having their earnings this week. Usually that's how we start earnings, with the banks.
Mm-hmm.
And then, actually not pulling up for me for whatever reason. Let's see. So we got Netflix coming on this, start us off for the week, I believe. Oh, sad day. Can't see it. There it is.
Yes, Cody. There is a flag forming on 1 minute charts, but I don't trust it. And my DLL is hit as well, so I'm not going to take anything here.
Ooh, full week. Yeah, we got Netflix on Thursday. A lot of the banks reporting earnings this week. Some bigger names like Tesla on the 23rd, which is next Wednesday. We have Google, Alphabet. Let's see, what else? Apple's on the 31st. All right.
And now that pull flag is invalidated, Cody.
Oof. Yeah, rejecting that 30 area. Yeah, guys, this price action is not fun to trade. To your point, Sig, I think you said it earlier, like it's hard to find an entry on days like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, congrats. If you guys made money today, this is a big win. A big win for you if you made money today. Today was not an easy day to trade, for sure. I think the real win actually goes to those who stay flat. So Matt, you are a clear winner today.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it.
I mean, the more that you can protect your capital, mental and financial, the better.
My Renko settings, Kim, are just one. I just use one block on the NQ, and it's traditional rather than ATR based. Very, very simple.
Do you guys find like certain months have affected your trading, or certain months like are just harder to trade than others?
Yeah,
Some sort of data you guys captured?
just the second half of December, I usually don't trade.
Okay.
Or very small size, because volume just dries up like crazy. That is for the London session. The US session you can still trade it, but it's like volume is just so much lower than usual that you have to adapt. So I cannot trade my usual strategy during the last 2 weeks of December, because for bull flags and bear flags you need volume, and yeah, that's just not happening then.
Yeah.
But besides that, no, not really.
Okay.
What about you?
Did you say anything, Matt, about
No.
that? Great.
No, December is usually not a great month for me. Although, like Nick, I wouldn't say the back half, but after the first week, when I first started getting profitable trade as a swing trader in both stocks and options, I actually came up with a rule that I going into December, I after the first couple of days, right, like depending on how the calendar fell, but after the first week of December, I was not allowed to open new trades. I would just manage whatever trades I still had open. And then usually the last 2 weeks of the year, you know, when we get into that mess of Christmas and New Year's, I would just catch up on all my journaling for the year. I would go back and do some analysis and just kind of get a mental break heading into the new year. I don't do that as much when I'm day trading anymore, but you know, it is still, I'll have to check. I don't know when Christmas and New Year's fall this year. Like what day of the week? Let me.
It's like a Friday, Saturday, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. October, November, December, Thursdays for Christmas and New Year's. So that sucks. That basically ruins like 3 or 4 days of trading.
True.
That's interesting. I would actually say December is one of my better months, but in terms of the months that I kind of tend to struggle are usually June, July, August, the summer months. And I don't know if it's usually because of, you know, people taking vacations and dried up volume, but usually I would say like July and August, not so much June, but like July and August tend to be kind of rough months for me. So far it hasn't been. Last week was actually one of my best trading weeks of the year, but so maybe that has changed a little bit, but usually I would say like the summer months are struggle buses for me. And then actually towards like September I know is usually a down month for the market, and that's actually usually my best month. And then going into, you know, the Santa rallies that we all talk about, right, into December, usually those tend to be like my better months. But I haven't actually really tried it out with futures so much this time around. I'm usually trading options more so, but yeah, it's usually the summer months are hard for me.
Okay.
I heard July and December are the worst due to summer holidays and Christmas. Yeah, it can very much be it. I mean, like volume usually dries up. People are going on vacations. They're not, you know, the volatility is just not really there. So, and it could be a different time this year considering everything that's been happening in the world. But yeah, it's an interesting time that we're in. So I'll try to test that theory once July is over. We'll see. Big hedge funds and Martha Vineyards, yeah, probably.
What about you guys in the chat? Which are your worst or best months? Want to hear it?
Just don't want to think about Christmas.
Yeah, it is a little early.
I know.
It's not that time yet.
We are halfway through the year though. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, we are.
Not traded long enough to know. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough. Every month? Well, every month is the best or the worst? I'm not gonna tell you
That's
that.
an honest answer, Des. Any month after a good month. Yeah, that's an honest answer because a lot of times, you know, the overconfidence can step in too.
Hmm. Many people with not enough data yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
to be fair,
I
you
would
do
take it
need
with
to
a
have
grain
been
of
trading
salt.
for a few years to kind of get a handle on that.
Yeah.
The months I can't take a payout. Yeah. Well.
I mean, so question about entering a trade, you're in the money, and it comes back to retest the entry. If it doesn't hit the stop, we're still in the trade. I mean, you've seen us adjust stops to break even, but it can't just be a couple of points for that. Otherwise, you're going to get stopped out of 90% of your trades. So by and large, we'll set our profit target, set our stop loss, and let the trade play out. Only if it gets very close to the initial profit target will we rein in the stop to break even. But no. I mean, if you get in something and it goes for you and then comes back, that's kind of part of trading, right? Don't adjust your stop, or if you have a bad habit of squirreling yourself out of those trades, set your stop loss, set your profit target, and get your hand off the mouse, or go walk to another room. If you're confident in your stop and your profit target, you don't need to watch it.
But set an alert when either your stop or TP hits, so you can go and cancel all the other orders.
Yeah, don't
plan your trade your plan.
Yep.
All right. So, guys, I do want to one more time give you guys a heads up as to what's coming this week. It's going to be our biggest week of guests in Tradeify TV history. Tomorrow, we'll be joined by Coach Tank, as always, Tank Tuesdays. And also Joey Morgan will be joining us, a friend of the show. Will be making his return. Same thing with Amos on Wednesday. He was with us last week. If you missed that, you can go back and check that out. Tyler Trades is joining us on Thursday, and Coach Tank will be back that day as well. And then Friday is T Trades, the man, the myth, the legend. Literally, because nobody knows what he looks like.
Nobody knows.
Maybe we know on Friday. Who knows?
Maybe I don't think we're gonna get that right away, but maybe we can talk him into it.
Maybe.
So yeah, guys. So we've got an exciting week. Actually, if the price action was going to barcode out, let it happen today, because I would love to have a good trading market for our guests for the rest of the week. If you guys took your shots today, and you took your nibbles, didn't work out, just don't make small mistakes into large mistakes by over trading on days like today. It can be tough to watch some of the, because today's tough because we did get a couple of moves early, some without rhyme or reason, right? And then by the time we settled in, it was just one fake out after another, one area of consolidation after another. So it's a very, very tough trading day today. But if you're green, you made some money. Congratulations. Protect your capital for the rest of the day. So I guess, guys, I think that's a good time to bring to a close another edition of Tradeify TV. Again, guys, you need to be subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you set alerts and notifications for when we go live every morning, so you don't miss it. Because we're just as entertaining and insightful for the first 30 minutes of the show as the last 30 minutes. So we hope you'll join us for that. So for me, guys, thanks for watching for another day. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. And let us kick it over to Mr. Walking with a White Tee himself, Swiss
Walking
Neck.
on the wings.
Now my nickname gets extended as well, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They get longer and longer every show.
Every month, we'll add something.
Every month. All right, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for today. Even though we didn't have the best trading P&L wise, again, I would take the same trades again. I was fine with that. Glad that the chat made money. As usual, you're all green. Majority of you guys, so that's great. And can't wait for tomorrow. Again, thank you so much for being here every day. Thank you so much for your comments, for your funny comments, for your questions. And as usual, let's end the stream with our one and only stranger hugging curly trader, Macho Mommy.
I don't know about that, but yes, sometimes we just don't get the moves. Not every day is going to be our day. Can't catch them all, but It's all good. It's all good. It's still Monday. We have a lot of week left. So if you guys made money today, congratulations. And if you didn't, that's okay too, because there's still the rest of the week. So make sure that you guys are always practicing gratitude. Make sure that you are practicing mindfulness. I know I'm gonna go have my matcha after this and maybe some another hot girl walk. So, but we will be seeing you guys back tomorrow. We got a packed week for you guys. We're super excited. We hope you guys come back and join us for that. So make sure you stay tuned in and make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and get alerted for any new episodes that come up. We love you guys. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Go be great.
Peace.